How y'all doing? Oh, y'all come on in and hit that like button. What's going on, Fi Taylor? How you doing? How you doing? Shout out to my mods, my fantastic mods. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Francisco, for keeping me on track and on point here. Y'all, welcome to the watch party. Candace. She getting on the White House nerve. This is pretty much how this going. Oh, we're going to watch an episode of hers. Because, I have a feeling, Candace, we're going to need to see this. You can't make this up. Y'all, shout out to the Eclectic Journalist. We did a watch party on the Eclectic Journalist Part 9. We'll finish up the remaining. I gotta timestamp it. 2 hours at 2 hours and 24 minutes, 5 seconds. Oh, let me see here. I'm gonna timestamp it. 2:24, 35. Start point for Tuesday. It's gonna be weird in the comment section, Eclectic, but that's there because I need to make sure I pick up there where we left off for today. And now we're gonna get to it. All right, Facts Me has also done a new episode of The Bride of Candace. Oh, and I'm so here for it. We're gonna check that out on tomorrow. So if you guys haven't saw the announcement for the watch party for tomorrow from Facts Me's video of The Bride of Candace, which I am a huge fan of. Funny, artistic, creative, and I love his whole spin on that. Because George is the queen. Oh God, he's such a clown. Let's see here. So that's gonna be tomorrow, but today, you all, yeah, we're gonna get a couple Milk Bar, and then we're gonna get to her show she did. Candace, you getting on the White House nerve. You want them to care about you with something, and they you saw how they treated and handled you when you lied about having a attempt of your life from the French government that you still can't prove. Like, what do you want them to do? It just don't make any sense. You getting on their nerve, girl. And they're not trying to be bothered with you and your nonsense. You think the White House want to be added to a lawsuit? Nope. Like, all because she reached out to them. You're adding them to the lawsuit. They helping Candace lie. Can't make this up. So we're going to get into Milk Bar. Shout out to Milk Bar TV, you all. He did 2 videos that I want to see for sure. I have not been able to see yet. And then, we're going to get into her episode. Listen, I know, like myself, many of you find the voice of Candace to be very, very annoying after 5 minutes at a time. I know. There's a lot of things she said that need to be evaluated based on a couple of clips that I've seen from this episode. Plus, as always, I want to be able to send this to Brian Harper. Whatever it takes. Hopefully we can analyze this and help him out more with his case. Candace, you can kick rocks. Can't make this up. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. I appreciate all of you all. We're going to get to this. Francisco up in here with us. Juju back up in here. Fi Taylor with us. Good evening to y'all. Appreciate you. Andreas. Is it Andrea? How you doing? What's going on? Shout out to you all. Susie Q back up in here. We had a good time in the last live stream. That was awesome. Thank you, Juju. Make sure you guys go show your love and support for Milk Bar TV. Go show your love and support for Milk Bar TV. We're also praying for him. Andrew Tate is trying to sue him again because reasons. Oh, it's like he just keep gunning for him and he has nothing else to do. As opposed to Andrew Tate getting a damn job, he'd rather just keep trying to sue Milk Bar. So y'all go show Milk Bar your love and support. However you can, help him out. Donations with attorney's fees, any of that, I'm sure he would greatly appreciate. And make sure you show support to his fantastic content I love how he brilliantly takes down Candace and doesn't have to say a word. Because he doesn't. He just plays her videos side by side and shows how she's lying like hell as always. Can't make this up. Oh my God. Miriam up in here. Mackenzie back up in here. S-Files. Shout out to my boss. How you doing, S-Files? You all right? Hope your day is brighter. Y'all, we got this. Sometimes you just got to laugh to keep from having a headache. So let's get to this. Y'all, hit the 4 when you can see it here. Let's go.
I am a tall, white, heterosexual male, which puts me in a no marginalized category.
I'd like the Republican Party to win me back. Should be easy enough, shouldn't it? I'm a white man.
Sometimes you can't be talking like that, white baby. See, this is what I mean. First of all, suck my fucking cock, okay? I'm a goddamn Muslim American.
Who is Hassan Piker? What the heck is going on? Are they trying to one up each other? Nick Fuentes must have saw, oh, he's easy on the eyes. What's going on here? Does Nick Fuentes even like girls? I don't think he likes women. I'm just going to be honest. I don't think he likes women. But his race is behind. You can't make this up. Slow down. Can't keep up. I know, John. How you doing, John? He's an evil person. Who is he? Oh my God, Osmond Gold was going over these. Was he? Oh man. What? I don't know who Hassan Piker is. Hassan Piker and Nick Fuentes, horseshoe theory in full effect. This is crazy. And why he's in here going in? Ugh.
I am a tall, white, heterosexual male, which puts me in a no marginalized category.
I'd like the Republican Party to win me back. Should be easy enough, shouldn't it?
What you mean? He was telling people to go vote Democrat. Now he want a Republican to win him back. What you mean? He makes it seem as if people of other races and ethnicities can't be Republicans. Nick Fuentes, look, let me tell you something. Candace said she would rather be Russian. Why don't you go with her? Y'all just go to Russia. Or go back to Italy and don't come back. Like, what the hell do they want?
I'm a white man.
Sometimes you can't be talking like that, white baby. See, this is what I mean. First of all, suck my fucking cock, okay? I'm a goddamn Muslim American who gets fucking called a terrorist every fucking day.
You're saying you're a white supremacist? I'm not a white supremacist. I'm Mexican. I'm not saying Fuentes.
Realize at a certain point that it's...
What do you mean? Who Mexican? Nick Fuentes is Mexican. Is he for real? Or is he joking? What? What the hell? Y'all, is this for real? He got to be joking. Nick Fuentes is Mexican? What the heck is wrong with him?
Fucking day.
You're saying you're a white supremacist? I'm not a white supremacist. I'm Mexican. I'm not saying Fuentes.
I'm not white supremacist. I'm Mexican from Los Angeles, punk. So why are you saying that you... Hold on. You want the Republican Party to win you back?
I'm a white man.
Sometimes you can't be talking...
I thought you were Mexican from LA. So you're not proud of your heritage is what you're trying to say? You're either disowning your race and ethnicity or you're not. Which one is it?
Like that, white baby. See, this is what I mean. First of all, suck my fucking cock, okay? I'm a goddamn Muslim American who gets fucking called a terrorist every fucking day.
I thought he said he was white. So now he's Muslim American? What is it with this? You can't make this up. I'm black and I'm proud. And Candace is still a liar who admitted to stalking someone, which is a felony. The end. Why is that so hard for them to just own it? Man, this is mind-numbing. I don't know who Hassan Piker is, and I don't want to know at this point if this is who he is. Like, he's sitting here trying to pick and choose when he wants to be a white man. If you, what the hell?
You're saying you're a white supremacist? I'm not a white supremacist. I'm Mexican. I'm not saying that.
Realize at a certain point that it's because I'm brown.
You're a white, privileged little piece of shit, and you have taken this road.
Their new push is just that
You can't make this stuff. Oh my God. So they're not white. They're Mexican and Muslim American. And they're afraid of it. Or they just weaponize being Caucasian when it's convenient for them. Man, that's just crazy. It's crazy. Well, this is crazy. Listen, I don't have to sit here and pick a side for any reason to say that I'm proud of my heritage. Why are they weaponizing being a white man? And they're lying about it. You can't make this up. What's wrong with them two? Candace Owens butchering words. Supercut. Oh, y'all, we got to get to this. I so many people have reacted to this. Oh, finally, Candace. Let's go.
Stupid. It is a biennial joint military operation.
What'd you say? This is normal speed, y'all. Candace. Biennial. Biennial. This is a biennial. This is a biennial.
Their new push is just that I'm stupid. It is a biennial joint military operation. Sex slave was hired by music mogul. Candace is dumb. She's really stupid. I am.
Candace, you are stupid. Oh my dear Lord. Oh, it's biennial. Candace, why are you struggling to say words? Girl, you got to break it down, okay? You talking about what, 3 syllables at max? How are you homeschooling children that are learning how to speak and write and color? What the oldest has got to be doing at least what? Kindergarten level reading, hopefully. I hope they have a teacher or a nanny. Candace, you cannot teach these kids. You cannot. You will be an embarrassment to them by the time they realize mommy can't say the word green. And then they're going to want you to homeschool them anymore after this. Good grief.
Their new push is just that I'm stupid. It is a biennial joint military operation. Sex slave was hired by music mogul. Candace is dumb. She's really stupid. I am so very disappointed in Cash Patel, Dan Bongino, and Pam Bondi, who all made these grandiose promises. I am saying this.
Grandiose? Oh, Candace. Crack is whack. Crack is whack, Candace. How? She's not even trying. Grandiose? Oh, Candace. Oh, you're so dumb. Oh, you are so stupid. Are you laughing about this? It's like instead of you saying, I'm not stupid, let me practice saying these words and practice speaking publicly. Looking up definitions of terms. Knowing the difference between nationalism and globalism. No, what does she do? She just dig further into that level of stupidity.
I am so very disappointed in Cash Patel, Dan Bongino, and Pam Bondi, who all made these grandiose promises. I am saying this in its true denitive meaning. She mispronounced the word. There has been so much toxicity, given all the toxicity there, discussing their toxicity. We're going to go scroll through 300 episodes and look, and a CEO and a chairman has to compartmentalize. You can't compartmentalize. Compartmented. We knew a kerfluffle happened as this dress kerfluffle causes this whole race kerfluffle. A serious kerfluffle. Ah, she's ignorant. So it's a philosophy class.
Oh, Candace, you're stupid. God, you're dumb as a rock. Oh my God, Candace. Candace, we're gonna get so many photos from this episode. It's not even funny. Girl. Candace, we're going to have so many episodes, so many photos from this one episode. Oh my God. Girl. Candace, you're so dumb. Oh, you're so dumb. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, she is just butchering this stuff. Oh, good Lord. Okay, Candace, you make us have to breathe deep. Man, the kerfluffle. Kerfluffle, Candace, kerfluffle. Let's go back to this hard word. She can't. Toxicity.
Their toxicity. We're gonna go scroll through 300 episodes and look. And a CEO and a chairman has to compartmentalize. If you can't compartmentalize, compartmented. We knew a kerfluffle happened as this dress kerfluffle causes this whole race kerfluffle. A serious kerfluffle. She's ignorant. It was a philosophy class called Senior Sem, and he used to come in every day with a debacle. He hadn't yet committed a crime that creates a whole debacle. Taylor Swift was somehow involved.
Candace, debacle. 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 Holy Jesus. Calm down, Lord. You can't make this up. Candace, you're really stupid. Your attorneys are not going to want you to testify. Do you understand? Oh, but I hope you tell them no and kick rocks. I want you to get up there and testify, girl. Candace, when you go to court, testify. Get under oath. Get under oath. Get placed under oath. Raise your right hand. Put your other hand on the Bible. And swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And then I want you to get up there and say any and everything that comes to your head. I want you to tell it all. Do you understand, Candace? Tell everything. Even the questions that your attorneys do not want you to answer them. Don't hold back, okay? Tell everything and take your time in saying your words. You can't make this. Oh, Milk Bar. You're a genius and Mama loves you.
Philosophy class called Senior Sem, and he used to come in every day with a debacle. He hadn't yet committed a crime that creates that whole debacle. Taylor Swift was somehow involved in this entire debacle. The Kanye West debacle, Christ is King debacle, the Christ is King non-debacle, Jeffrey Epstein, this whole debacle, Epstein debacle, and him wanting to move on from the Epstein debacle, the FISA debacle. Are you guys following this debacle with her earrings? The Hamptons debacle came up. I remember that whole debacle, sort of a debacle, when that whole debacle was happening. Entire debacle, calling out Candace Owens and waiting for her to make a mistake so they can try to delegitimize every effort that she is making.
Candace, down! Candace, you gotta break the word down, okay? Start with Legit. Just start with that, and then add the front, and then add the rest behind it, okay? Start with legit and go from there. Oh, good Lord. I don't, it's like she's getting worse. It's like, Cece, you're right. I think she's getting worse. I think she's getting worse. Candace, what's going on with your head, girl? Was it the Adderall? Must be all the Adderall. I don't even know what else to say. Candace, this is what happens when you brag about taking drugs you shouldn't be taking. You have no idea the effect that it has on your body. It has to be. Is there lingering effects with the Adderall? Where you have, an issue with memory? Oh, my goodness. Candace, you're still going to be put under oath when you testify. You understand? June 22nd, you have court. We're not playing with you. Go to court. This is not an excuse. You can't go in there and say, Your Honor, I'm too stupid to testify. I don't understand words. Lady Luck is daring me to do this. Candace, you have court June 22nd, the year of our Lord 2026. at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do you understand me? Go to court and stop stalling. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is priceless. Candace, you go in there. If you go to court and you can't pronounce certain terms correctly, the court reporter will be confused. So you're going to have to practice speaking. Okay? Because I want you to testify. Forget what your attorney say. Don't listen to them. You don't listen to them either way. Go to court and testify. But you're going to have to practice saying these words correctly so that the court reporter will accurately notate them. You understand?
Candace Owens and waiting for her to make a mistake so they can try to delegitimize every effort that she is making to get to the bottom of this thing that was meant to legitimize her. It wasn't because people were just trying to delegitimize him. This caricature of Candace Owens, I did not grow up in a Prince household beyond a couple of his major hits, namely Raspberry Beret, retired Green Beret, to do it again posthumously, will be posthumously honored a posthumous award. They've decided posthumously. And so I'll give you an analogy, or actually an anecdote, not even an anecdote, a little anecdote. I'm sorry, I don't speak German. Everybody uses the terminology blitzkrieg. You can't even say blitz means lightning.
Candace, you got to practice these words. You're going to have to. You can pull it up on Google. Like, just go to dictionary.com and click that speaker button, and it will give you the correct pronunciation of the word. It happens. Sometimes I have to use it. If it makes you feel any better, Candace, let's do it. I'm going to show you how it's done. Okay? I'm going to show you how it's done. I want you to, because we can't keep doing this. Oh, Candace, we can't keep doing this. Oh, okay.
Beret.
Candace, it's
Beret.
beret. You hear that, Candace? This is how you can pronounce saying your words correctly.
Beret.
Because beret is how you pronounce that word. Beret. Okay?
Beret. Beret.
Candace, is beret. It's beret all day, every day. That's it. Beret. Beret. They'll even show you how your mouth is supposed to move when you say it.
Beret.
Candace, it's beret. Okay? Beret. You can't go to court and mispronounce simple words with 2 syllables like beret. You cannot do that.
Beret.
Like, you gotta practice these words. Just like how you practice, what's 2 times 3. Girl, don't make me have to look up 2 times 3. Beret, Candace.
Beret.
All day, every day. Beret. Blitzkrieg. Why, Candace?
Posthumously. So I'll give you an analogy, or actually an anecdote, not even an anecdote, a little anecdote. I'm sorry, I don't speak German. Everybody uses the terminology blitz.
Oh, good grief.
Blitzkrieg. You can't even say blitz means lightning. Krieg means war. And the NFL football team say blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg. Like, no, he just liked the architecture. He loved the architecture. It was about the architecture. He loved the architecture. I think this may have been about more than the architecture.
Candace, I think you might be doing this on purpose. Are you pretending to be this stupid? When you have the dictionary at your fingertips, where you can just put in the word definition and it will give you the correct pronunciation of that term. That is so lazy of you and the candy ass cult members to not be able to pronounce the word beret. That's lazy. That is just lazy. You are lazy, Candace. You're lazy as hell. Your brain cells have given up on life. They're trying to escape your skull. Her brain is like, we want no more parts of this. Candace's brain has been sending me emails trying to find a way to escape. It's wondering, is the best route to go out of the nose or through the ears? I mean, which one? Your brain is trying to run away from you, Candace. You refuse to exercise it, and it's sick and tired of the nonsense. Beret. Oh, she cannot be teaching those kids anything. Please tell me you're not homeschooling. Please, Candace, tell me that you're not homeschooling. Just tell me I'm not actually homeschooling my kids. They have a nanny and a tutor. I will feel very good about that. Candace, the level of stupidity is stupid. It's beyond comprehension.
Pre-egg.
She's not even trying.
No, he just liked the architecture. He loved the architecture. It was about the architecture.
My God.
Like, yeah, no, like he loved the architecture. I think this may have been about more than the architecture. In ways you can honor Charlie. Stop telling us that it has to always be Miss Macabre, like obligatory. Does the obligatory thing, doing the obligatory. We're obligatory. Tyler Boyer then jumped into the foray. Al Jones jumped into the foray. There is a borough that has been corrupt. Borough of alcohol and tobacco, federal borough investigation, FBI borough of prisons chief. What is the borough doing? All of these bureaucrats, among bureaucrats, into the bureaucrats, the federal borough, state borough, Utah borough, rebuilding this borough. Look at the boroughs. Is the boroughs borough? Were you brought into an FBI borough? The IDF even drops napalm because these chips are made with real food. They are more satiating. Beef tallow makes the chips much more satiating. They are more satiating. Towards the end of Obama, we started hearing all of this rhetoric. People are getting tired of this
rhetoric. Candace. You're so stupid. Candace. Bureau. I can't take it. Candace, we have to do this to keep from losing all of our brain cells listening to you. Because words matter here in the Lady Luck Club. And reading is fundamental. We have to do this just to keep our brain cells from dying on the spot. When we're playing any video where you're speaking, Candace, Condence, Karen, Bureau. This is unbelievable. Oh, how did Milk Bar TV sit through this? I will never understand. Y'all, we got to give it up for Milk Bar TV. Milk Bar TV in the chat. I don't care if you got fire emojis, love heart emojis. Show Milk Bar TV some love in this chat right now. Show him some love, y'all. We got to give it to him. He endured making this video. And he paid the price. He endured that headache for all of us to make this video. Because the amount of brain cells that you would have to lose to actually put this video together. Oh, man. I bet Milk Bar TV had to read an entire novel when he was done with this. He was like, all right, I have to do something that would be intellectually challenging. Candace, you're so stupid. You're so stupid. You understand? Bureau. You got to pronounce these words, like practice saying them over and over. Beret, Bureau. Like, are you serious? No. Candace. Oh, God. Candace, your sponsors should be pulling out because you're stupid. and because you have admitted to stalking someone, which is a felony. They should not be supporting someone that's committing crimes. You should not have sponsors because of this. Not because you think that they're pro-Israel. No, because you're an idiot and you can't pronounce simple terms. She's not even trying. My Lord. Rhetoric. And she says it over. Rhetoric. Rhetoric. Oh my God. Candace. Assert it. Oh. Y'all can't hear Milk Bar? Oh, Lord have mercy. What? Milk Bar, hold on. We may have to go back. Oh my God. Hold on, let me. Whoo, child. What's going on? The candy ass is messing with my. It's all their fault. Y'all. Just, boy, you can't make this stuff up. Candace. Man, this is something else. You just can't make this stuff up. Can you all hear me hit 4? If you can. If you can hear me hit the 4. Candace, I don't get it. You do this on purpose? You speak this bad on purpose. Like he goes back over a number of years where she consistently mispronounced these same words. Rhetoric? You can't pronounce the word rhetoric? Are you serious? You're saying rhetoric. Why is that happening, Candace? Why is that happening? Oh my God. Oh, all right, y'all. Let's try it again. God. Candace. I don't know what to say. This is all your fault, Candace.
Serious kerfluffle.
Can y'all hear?
Ah, she's ignorant. So it was a philosophy class called Senior Sound.
Hey,
He used to come
Sarah.
in every day with a debacle. He hadn't yet committed the crime that creates that whole debacle. Taylor Swift was somehow in.
Because, debacle. Hit the 4 if you all were able to hear that. Hit the 4 if you all were able to hear.
Involved in this entire debacle. The Kanye West debacle, Christ is King debacle, the Christ is King non-debacle, Jeffrey Epstein, this whole debacle, Epstein debacle.
Jesus has got to be embarrassed right now. Yeah, you can imagine God sitting on the throne and saying, I can't believe this. This can't be my creation. She's not mine. I just want you all to know that. No, I don't know her. Candace, God is going to deny you because you lack a brain, not just because of sin. Yeah, he's like, I'm just not in the mood. I don't know what this isn't mine.
And him wanting to move on from the Epstein debacle, the FISA debacle. Are you guys following this debacle with her earrings? The Hamptons debacle came up. Okay, remember that whole debacle? Sort of a debacle, and that whole debacle was happening. Entire debacle, calling out Candace Owens and waiting for her to make a mistake so they can try to delegitimize every effort that she is making to get to the bottom of this thing. That was meant to legitimize her. It wasn't because people were just trying to delegitimize him. This caricature of Candace Owens. I did not grow up in a Prince household beyond a couple of his major hits, namely Raspberry Beret, Retired Green Beret. To do it again posthumously will be posthumously honored, a posthumous award. They've decided posthumously. And so I'll give you an analogy, or actually an anecdote, not even an anecdote, a little anecdote.
Why didn't you just stick to the word analogy? She said analogy, by the way, not analogy. Well, why didn't you stick to analogy? Girl, come on.
Sorry, I don't speak German. Everybody uses the terminology blitz, blitzkrieg. You can't even say blitz means lightning, krieg means war, and the NFL football team say blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg.
But it's not krieg, Candace. It's not krieg. Listen, hopefully your attorneys will type up what you need to say when you take the stand. Okay? But I want you to I want you to be deposed. So make sure when you get to the stand, you speak loud and clear into the microphone. And you have to slow down. You can't speak 1,000 words a minute because you have a court reporter that's going to be recording everything on the record. You understand? So you're going to have to slow down and use your words. However it comes out.
Like, Catholic, no, he just liked the architecture. He loved the architecture. It was about the architecture. Like, yeah, no, like he loves the architecture. I think this may have been about more than the architecture. Ways you can honor Charlie. Stop telling us that it has to always be Miss Macabre, like obligatory. Does the obligatory thing, doing the obligatory.
Oh my God.
Obligatory. Tyler Boyer then jumped into the foray. Then Alex Jones jumped into the foray. There is a borough that has been corrupt. Borough of alcohol and tobacco, federal bureau investigation, FBI borough of prisons chief. What is the borough doing? All of these bureaucrats, among bureaucrats, into the bureaucrats, the federal borough, state borough, Utah borough, rebuilding this borough. Look at the boroughs. Is the borough's borough? Were you brought into an FBI borough? The IDF even dropped napalm because these chips are made with real food. They are more satiating. Beef tallow makes the chips much more satiating. They are more satiating. Towards the end of Obama, we started hearing all of this rhetoric. People are getting tired of this rhetoric. We're tired of rhetoric. And my rhetoric, I didn't like that rhetoric. This rhetoric, the wisdom of Solomon, it came to be seen as an amulet or a talisman. Jews and that like medieval jewelry, like everything that we're learning about medieval jewelry is a lie. And there have been so many concerted attacks. Definitely am seeing a concerted attack. A concerted effort makes a concerted effort. In these concerted efforts, there was a concerted effort. Concerted effort. Obviously, that's pretty reminiscent. Yeah, it's eerily reminiscent. Is reminiscent. Sweeping powers. Reminiscent. Sweeping powers. Reminiscent. It is reminiscent. It's sounding a bit reminiscent. Very reminiscent. So reminiscent.
Candace, I will give you this one for free. Reminiscent. This is the same person that got a job with the Daily Wire, TPUSA, and what was the other one? PragerU. That gets interviews all over the world, I guess, with podcasters, where they're paying her thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Piers Morgan can have me on his show, and it would be much more entertaining. The conversation can go as high or low as he wants it to go. Oh my God. People are paying her to come on their platform. I want you all to keep that in mind. Ben Shapiro, if you want to pay me $50 million for 4 years, email me at ladyluckclubllc@yahoo.com. You think I'm going to turn that down? When he hired her, reminiscent.
Reminiscent. It's becoming very much reminiscent. See them wield a cutlass, the machete, with such flourish and finesse. We all have the same memory of something, but they're telling us it wasn't a thing, like Fruit of the Loom. Apparently, there was no cornucopia. Mikey McCoy says to his dad, Charlie's been shot, pray for him. He says the minutes, maybe he's being a little hyperbolic, being facetious a little bit, hyperbolic. I'm being hyperbolic here. And I'm not saying that in a hyperbolic way. You're going to be hyperbolic and hyperbolic language, but rather hyperbolic. You were just being hyperbolic, or extremely hyperbolic, this hyperbolic. Okay, I'm probably being a little hyperbolic.
Wow. No one is correcting her. No one is correcting her. How many attorneys does she have again? At least 3, maybe 4. One left. At least 3 attorneys, and not one bothers to correct her at all. Not even the threat of, if you keep speaking like an idiot, I'm going to cut you loose as a client. Do you understand me? This is absolutely embarrassing. And she claims to have 2 degrees, one of them in English. Can you all believe it? Candace said, I have 2 degrees, one in journalism and the other in English. Candace, do you really have a degree in English? Why would you even throw that out there? That's such a dumb lie. You're going to have to show evidence of that degree in English. As horrible as you speak and as lazy as you are, well, we know you're not reading books. You're going to have to show that degree that you claim you obtained in English. And you went back to school allegedly for 1 year. So how did you get a 4-year degree in 1 year? What school did you finish up these so-called 2 degrees from again? Journalism in English. Y'all keep that in mind now.
How are you gonna like know where he goes and shit?
I'm being hyperbole. Stop having people scroll through every second of my show trying to find me mispronouncing words. It's such a ridiculous way to try to delegitimize the research that we have done. All right, you guys. Happy Thursday.
Y'all. Shout out to Milk Bar TV for putting that fantastic video together. Candace, it's not hard to hear you speak like an idiot, okay? We don't speak stupid, all right? I mean, I'm so glad you can admit to being an alien and all. We don't speak stupid. Just so you know. Yeah, this is a grown-ass woman that allegedly gave birth to 4 kids holding a doll with a wig. Yeah, you keep on. And Brigitte Macron will ensure that she gets that money out of you one way or the other for every episode you pulled up showing E.T. the alien with a wig on. Candace showing us her cousin. Candace, you're the only one that professed to be an alien. So you want to show us? Y'all, don't they look alike? Candace holding her baby sister. Candace, it's not our fault that you say you were an alien. You can't make this up. Yeah, this is gonna be such good evidence in court, Candace. Why do you think we're reacting to this, girl? I'm gonna let Candace be stuck on stupid on steroids. We're gonna get to this, you all. This is her episode of more bizarre details from the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting. Was it staged? Because she thinks it was staged. Never mind the fact that she's not an investigator, and impersonating a CIA investigator is a felony. It is a violation of federal law. While she's sitting here showing us her baby sister. Hey, alien love, y'all. Alien love. Y'all ready to get to this? Hit the 4 when you're ready. Shout out to Milk Bar TV for the fantastic 2 videos we just checked out. Candace, you're an idiot, period.
Especially to Brigitte. I felt so bad that Brigitte fell on her face yesterday. I just wanted Brigitte to be here for the intro. Brigitte, my Brigitte doll. My Brigitte doll. Anyway, as we were discussing yesterday.
You got a whole doll. You can say Brigitte doll, but not beret. Brigitte Macron, all you have to do when you go to court is have your attorney on cross-examination. Just ask her to pronounce a list of words, okay? Let beret be one of the first. And then show the video of her and Samantha and say, Lady Luck Club wanted me to ask you who this woman hopple. That's all you got to do, Brigitte Macron. Someone get this video to Brigitte Macron. Go in there and say, who this woman hopple?
Scandal at the White House, okay? Scandal at the White House. It is, in fact, a big scandal. We're not going to let this go. We have more people who are talking, and it's not looking good. There seems to be an unholy alliance emerging between Turning Point USA, the White House, and the military. We need to begin the process of FOIA-ing the communications that went on during the evening of April 25th, the day of the alleged White House shooting. So let's get started. Welcome back to Candace.
Oh, girl. She had Grimace Yeastian in her belly.
Where to begin? Let's discuss that series, Black Mirror. Did you guys watch Black Mirror? It was a highly successful television series. I watched it. It ran for 7 seasons. Now, for those of you who have not seen it, it was essentially about the not so distant dystopian technological future. If I had to boil it down in layman terms, I would say that it sort of implied a moment where technology would overtake humanity. Every episode is different, but the implication is the same, that things are eventually going to become automated and they're going to be able to monitor and control humanity via systems. So this is one of the reasons ever will be a supporter of VR glasses. I done one time, people maybe tried them the same way, but I put them on and in my in a room, not actually on a cliff, but I wouldn't jump. I was terrified. The virtual reality seemed more real to me than the perfectly safe actual reality that I knew that I was in. It was terrifying, right? Just like an episode of Black Mirror to me, where they, I think eventually are aiming to convince people to give up believing in actual reality to instead live in sort of a permanent simulated reality. Anyway, I really do believe that that is the express goal of the United States military right now. I actually should say the global military right now. We are living inside of an episode of Black Mirror. This is, to be clear, Operation Mockingbird on steroids. I think it's associated with the mainstream media, and they begin trying to control our minds. Just repeat the same talking points, they'll eventually believe it. That's what's been going on, right? It's extended now. The mainstream media has collapsed, and now they say there are these independent voices on social media. Are they actually independent? Are they a part of a new system that has adapted and is still attempting to manufacture our reality? Well,
I want you all to keep in mind, someone pre-scripted and pre-recorded this nonsense. Where Candace the dumbass, opted to do this whole thing for 53 minutes and 39 seconds. Pre-scripted, pre-recorded. The rambling, the chronic mispronouncing of terms like beret, bureau. Did I go over my sponsor? Yeah, we got one. Candace, hold on, you dumb alien. We got a sponsor, y'all. This show is being brought to you all today by Monostat 7. Candace needs to buy them in bundles. Oh, for those who feel that itchy birdie sensation, Candace Owens, and have been stuck with the yeast infection for almost 10 years because she failed to pay rent because of black mold, make sure you go out and get your daily dose of Monostat 7. Candace is probably at the strongest strength grade of Monostat 7 that her money can buy. Monostat 7 for those who choose to have a 10-year-long infection. Yeast infection smelling like sourdough bread. Monostat 7. Candace's best friend. Candace. Oh, man. I'm surprised I'm not paying you right now. And I'm shocked that they're not paying you all the money. Candace, it's not our fault. You lied to the court about having a yeast infection for 7 months straight. Because, oh no, the black mold did it to me. She told a court of law this in a filing to the court. She wanted a court to feel bad for her creating black mold in her apartment and lied about having a 7-month-long yeast infection. Of course, we're going to laugh at her dumb ass about this. Oh, man. Oh, Candace. Yeah, we had to get this one in, y'all. All right, let's get back to it. I had to run my sponsor, Candace.
Turns out the White House Correspondents' Dinner, which turned into an emergency, is potentially stunning proof of just the scenario that I'm describing. Like I said, massive scandal. The email that we presented, that the White House Military Office sent out to immediately begin amplifying Erica Kirk, of all people, provides us with a rare opportunity to really reflect on what is going on right now in this country and beyond, and why. Okay, so let's back this up. We are supposed to believe that the White House Correspondents' Dinner, the shooting, was not staged, right? Gosh, you'd be crazy to think that it was staged. You would be, well, a conspiracy theorist, a term that the CIA came up with after they assassinated JFK. Instead, it is...
Why are you liking that to a JFK assassination? Everything is a JFK comparison to you. Why? So every shooting that has occurred in the United States of America, Candace will compare it to JFK. Because what makes this any different from any shooting that occurred inside of a school? Is that going to be compared to JFK as well? Y'all know Candace has no concept of other, events that occurred in history. She has no concept of that. She doesn't read. She doesn't know history or math or English or journalism or how the human body works or how to apply monostat 7 to a 7-month-long yeast infection. Is that where the cult members, the candy asses, came up with $7,000? Because you would think like the number 7 would be more significant than 70000. Why can't it be 77777.77? That's how dumb they are. The logic, there's no logic to that. And they won't give us any money. Where is my $7,000? Candace, just keep using your 7K monostat.
Supposed to then make more rational sense to us that for the first time in the history of the world, a sitting president has survived not one, not two, but 3 separate shooting assassination attempts, all in the span of just under 2 years. So to be clear, what I mean is not just like foiled attempts, finding people online, organizing, discussing, harming the president on the internet, maybe radicalized groups threatening, plotting to bring harm to him. I'm sure that goes on all the time, all across the world. But I'm talking about a physical, literal, public shooting attempt where a would-be assassin carrying a loaded gun gets close enough to fire shots or warrant shots being fired to stop him. Trump has survived 3 of these attempts now. It is truly remarkable. If only his friend Charlie Kirk had that sort of luck, right? Now, just for comparison, there are world...
Candace, how much did you pay Tyler Robinson? Because, it's mighty funny how you will not go near UVU. Have you ever been there before? They have cameras recording everywhere. If someone would be bold enough to send over the UVU surveillance camera footage, perhaps of the preceding day before September 10th, like September 8th and 9th, Candace, what would we see in that camera footage? What would we come across? Would we find you or George Farmer on the campus with Tyler Robinson? Meeting up with him there? You're not that smart. She's one of those ones where she would be dumb enough, because she's a stupid criminal, to actually go on the campus and meet up with Tyler Robinson in plain view. Candace, if we looked at the surveillance camera footage from September 8th and 9th at UVU, would we see you or George Farmer? Whether it be separately or together with Tyler Robinson. Would we? Because he had to learn the campus layout. There's a reason why she's not going near UVU. There's a reason. Candace, what would we see in the surveillance camera footages from UVU? I wonder. I'm not asking you this question for you to answer it, because Lord knows you're bad with words. You're over 35,000 years old, and somehow beret is hard for you. Or bureau. So I don't ever trust that you could just tell us exactly what occurred at the UVU campus on September 8th or 9th. I'm just curious to know, what would we see if we saw the surveillance camera footages? Would we see you walking around that campus? Candace, Karen, Condoleezza, George Farmer? We never got his alibi or yours, but you're demanding everyone else's. Candace, you do realize we could just get the surveillance camera footages because you're an idiot and you've already admitted to stalking Erica Kirk. That means you know their schedule. You knew when he would leave his residential building because Candace has sources and direct contacts that have always lived in the residential building with Erica Kirk and Charlie Kirk. They didn't just reach out to her after he was shot. No. She's always had those sources and contacts. Direct contacts, as she put it. So trust and believe when I say that Candace knew what their daily pattern was. She didn't need Charlie Kirk's text messages. She has sources and direct contacts that live in the building. I'm sure they have a surveillance camera footage installed outside of their doors. See, Candace, when you're too stupid to understand exactly why I do the things I do, I'm very intentional, heifer. How many of you all remember me saying that there are cameras installed where Erica Kirk lives? How many of you all remember me saying that? Hit the 4. Hit the 4. If you all remember me saying that, because see, she kept trying to say that Erica Kirk was not there and he did this, that. And I kept saying, there are cameras around where Erica Kirk lives. How many of you all remember that? Hit the 4. Candace knows that her sources and direct contacts have cameras installed. I didn't say that for shits and giggles. No, I know exactly what I'm talking about. At any given time, they could just give Candace surveillance camera footage of what's going on outside of their apartment or their townhome, condo. These are at any given time. And it would show activity. Candace knew their schedule. She knew when he was leaving and traveling to certain campuses, and she knew all of that. Because she has direct contacts and sources that live in the building. You don't think that she could tell Tyler Robinson, I know where he's going to be, when he's going to leave, their routine in the morning, when you should expect him to go back into the home, take his flight, XYZ. Because there are cameras installed. Candace, see, I've been telling you this for months, that I knew that. And so do you. Your sources and your direct contacts have been telling you and showing you what they've been doing for a while. You knew their schedule, girl. Stop acting stupid, Candace. Well, you're stupid, but don't act as if you did not know their schedule. You wanted an alibi? Why? I said it's going to be a matter of time before she starts blaming Erica Kirk. Candace doesn't want to acknowledge that there are cameras in the hospitals as well. But she certainly has already told on herself when she said that she has eyes and ears everywhere Erica Kirk goes. She knew exactly where she was at the time Charlie Kirk was shot. She knew exactly what they did before he even got on that plane. She knows when she goes back home. for anyone to say you haven't been home. How would they know that? How would they know that? How would the little weirdo on PBD podcast be able to say that with confidence? You haven't been home. Why is he saying that with a blessed assurance like he knows her schedule? Candace, are you showing surveillance camera footage to this guy? Are you telling these people she hadn't been home in 4 days and 2 hours and 6 minutes? Who would know that detailed? Except Candace, who has sources and direct contacts that live in Erica Kirk's building, to which Candace has already admitted. See, when she said that, she told on herself. We don't have to speculate if she's stalking her. She confirmed that she is stalking her. And she knows that there are cameras and surveillance set up in that building, in her residential building. She knows when Erica Kirk goes home and when she leaves. Why are you telling everyone else, Candace? Funny how they say these things with a blessed assurance, because they know her schedule. Candace, I told you. I'm very intentional when I do things. Oh, I'm very intentional. And now you want to sit here and question whether or not this assassination was staged? If we look at the suspect, Candace, will he have any connection to you? I'm just asking questions. Because it seems like you're trying to throw this off again, as if this man isn't already charged and in jail right now. Would he have any connection to Candace? It's like Tyler Robinson all over again. Yeah, keep on throwing a wrench in something that we know occurred, that you're trying to muddy the waters intentionally.
Leaders who have been in power for much longer than Trump have been presidents of countries for over 20 years, like Vladimir Putin, as just one example. He has been the president of Russia for 22 years, and he has not endured that sort of a thing, that sort of a pattern, despite the routine demonization of Russia, the nation, the people, by the entire Western media. I don't know, maybe Trump should consider hiring his security apparatus. That's just a suggestion. You can park that in the suggestion box. Mm-hmm. Conspiracy theorists should think critically, as they typically do, about the true aims of the White House Correspondents' Dinner, right? We were at first completely gaslit and told that we were terrible people for suggesting that the Erica clip seemed to be sort of artificially promoted in our face. But now we have the proof, at the very least, that its amplification was designed by the military. That is a fact. Okay? That is now a fact. And is a fact that you're probably not going to see the media want.
It's irrelevant. Candace, do you know the suspect? Do you know the suspect? Because I think you do. And like I said before, I don't think that attempt was for Trump. I think it was for Erica Kirk. Candace is not interested in Trump. She has never said anything about his assassination attempts. She has never tried to cover it in detail. This girl obsesses over Erica Kirk. She is stalking Erica Kirk. She knows where she lives. She has sources and direct contacts that live in her building. Candace, my question is, why would you wait until she goes to a White House dinner to try to make a move? You know her schedule. And it was not en route to anything, despite what Brandon Tatum's dumbass has said. It was at the event. And why would he even throw that out there, knowing that it's going to cause confusion? It conflicts with what actually occurred. Yet and still, Candace was so pissed off when she canceled the UGA event that was a free event with the vice president. Candace and the candy asses got so mad about that. Why? They know her schedule. Candace knows when she's coming and going. She's stalking her. So why are you trying to downplay what occurred with this White House Correspondents' Dinner, where you knew Erica Kirk would be there. You knew what hotel she stayed in. You knew exactly what she was wearing. Why downplay it? It's funny how they shifted from that UGA event, though. The irony of this happening at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. What if Erica Kirk was not there? Would this occur? I don't think it would have. Candace, do you know who the suspect is? When are you going to tell us about him? Go ahead, Candace. Tell us about the suspect.
To cover. Lest we forget, by the way, Dr. Erica Kirk was herself promoted to the Air Force Academy Board of Visitors in her husband's stead for reasons that are not unclear to us. She's qualified. What we know now, which I can confirm to you, is that just ahead of the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting, Erica Kirk visited the West Wing. Now, my assumption is that she went
knows
with
everywhere
Andrew
she
Colvett
went.
and Mikey McCoy, but I cannot yet confirm that. Don't worry, I will. What Erica Kirk was doing in the West Wing is also unknown, since we were notified by her that the entire purpose of her trip to DC, despite telling us that she was terrified to travel and people were tracking her planes, and not even the Secret Service could make her feel safe, we were then told just a few days later, when she was here in a white dress, that she did this and braved everything to confront Daily Mail reporters, right? Okay, Erica, are the Daily Mail reporters in the West Wing with us now? What are you doing there? To recap, the shooting happened at 8:39 p.m., 8:39 p.m. Eastern. Sydney Seidner of CNN uploaded the video of Erica Kirk at 9:25 p.m. And approximately 25 minutes later, we revealed to you that the White House Military Office sent out follow-up instructions in an email that accidentally went out to the wrong internal teams. Now, it was important to note, I'm going to show it to you here on the screen because I was able to manually, I just typed it, the email verbatim, onto Microsoft Word to protect my source from that canary email tactic that's employed by the Department of Defense. Make no mistake, this email is coming from the Department of Defense. But this is verbatim what the relevant portion of the email read. Here you have it up on the screen. Addendum, Erica Kirk video clip of Erica Kirk leaving the ballroom area and stating, "I just want to go home," is driving the highest.
Candace typed this up. This is not an email. This is not an email. This is a Word document she typed up. This is not an email. She typed this up. You all know what an email looks like. It would have an email header with the to, from, subject, date, and timestamp. This is not an email. Candace, you know it's not. I don't know why you treat that. You're treating everybody like we're all your dumbass cult members. What's wrong with you, girl? Oh, what an insult. Candace, that's not an email. Even if you redact information, here's an email. Let me show you all what an email is. Like, this is not an email. Candace, that's not an email. You know what is an email? Here it is. This is an email. Redacted. You know, when we got the FOIA submitted in for George's DUI, this is an email. Yeah, you see to, from, the subject, date, timestamp. Like, this is an email. Candace, why you couldn't do this? You're just putting up a Word document with typed information on it, and you want people to believe that that is the format of an email. When we know it's not. The candy asses will buy whatever she's selling them. They'll believe whatever she tells them. We know that's not an email. This is an email. At least have it formatted the way an email is formatted with all the required elements to it. Why don't you have who is to, coming from, subject line with a date and timestamp? Even if you redact out parts of the email address, why is the entire subject header, that whole format for an email, missing? Why? Who, child? Y'all, here's the thing. Candace, how do you know the shooter at the White House Correspondents' Dinner again? You gonna tell us, or we just gonna have to sit here and put it out there? Because I'm trying to figure out why you won't just say that you know him. Huh? Candace, nothing. Oh Lord have mercy. Candace, you know more about that boy than you put on. You're not gonna tell us how you know him? We're just gonna have to show. And yet, you all keep wondering why I keep saying that Trump was not the target. Trump wasn't the target. Candace, knowing the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooter, it's not, oh, it's just a coincidence. No, it's not. She's asking why was Erica Kirk certain places. She's stalking her. She knows exactly where she is at all times. For them to get so pissy that she canceled at the UGA event, and the moment she goes to this correspondence dinner, then all of a sudden, a shooter that Candace knows is there. And she's sitting here talking about everything Erica Kirk did there, not Trump. And somehow, Candace, you want people to believe that Trump was the target? Nope. Girl, you're not fooling me. Trump was not the target. Erica Kirk was the target. And this is what she wants to pass off as an email.
Engagement of all instant-related content across platforms. Our current digital assessment is strongest emotional response asset associated with incident, high cross-ideological circulation, elevated repost velocity among political commentary accounts, increasing use as symbolic framing device regarding media conduct and national stability narratives. Our recommendation, that's the recommendation here, all communications channels should amplify this clip, coordinate with our digital partners, who that is, and our approved surrogates, I'd like to know who those people are, to elevate reach and ensure dominant placement in the overnight information environment. So they wanted us to wake up on Sunday and it to be about Erica Kirk. That needs to be dominant in the information environment. It then goes on, and this is important too, to describe external commentary. Expect aligned outside commentators, so talking about the surrogates, to independently amplify the professionalism of protective response, the media conduct during the evacuation, political rhetoric and escalation concerns. We saw all of this happening. Broader executive stability themes. Okay, we're going to talk about that later. Now, the first astonishing thing about this email is who it came from. This is important, okay? The email was delivered from the military office domain from the White House Communications Agency. Okay, you need to understand what that means. The White House Communications Agency is like the military arm of White House Communications. So from some sources within the White House, I'm going to read this quote. The White House Correspondents Agency is a Department of Defense-controlled military communications entity that is embedded inside of the White House itself. Its primary function is maintaining secure presidential communications, continuity infrastructure, and command and control systems during crises. But the idea that this military-linked communications apparatus participated in domestic narrative coordination raises profound constitutional and democratic concerns. Okay, end quote. Now, you should know who the email was sent to because you see some morons online saying, let's just type this up. Oh yeah, that seems like a really good idea. I'm sure I'll just make up an email.
But she just did that. That's exactly what she did. Just like you're stalking Erica Kirk and you know where she is at all times. And yet you're asking, why is she somewhere? What does it matter? It's irrelevant. Why are you stalking her? It's more of what you should be answering here. Why are you stalking her? Candace, seems like you're finding it difficult to get rid of her after saying that you believe that she should just go away and it's best for everyone. No. Threats like that, the FBI would be very interested in trying to figure out why you're saying those things. No one's scared of your stupid ass coat. When you don't want to even, you can't leave Erica Kirk alone. You're stalking her. You admitted to doing it, despite it being a felony. And yet the only thing you could come up with is, why was she there at this place? If you are truly concerned about Trump having another assassination attempt on his life, do you all hear Candace talking about the other two attempts like this? The girl barely talks about it. She doesn't care. Candace doesn't care about any assassination attempt on Trump. Candace Amber Rose Owens Farmer does not care. And I don't believe that this particular attempt was meant for Trump. I believe it was meant for Erica Kirk. Candace, you're mad because she wasn't where you expected her to be throughout this correspondence dinner. Are you mad? You seem pissed off that she wasn't where you expected her to be. And you knew the suspect, girl.
And expect not to be called out on it. The email was sent to Caroline Levitt's press office and team, so she can confirm its authenticity. The National Security Press Team,
real.
the National Security Operations Team copied onto this email. We covered some of this yesterday with Stephen Chong, who is the White House Communications Director, Richard Smalley, who is the Communications Officer and the Information Assurance Engineer. I'm so dystopian at the White House Communications Agency, so that's a military position. Gustav Anderle, also military position, Information Systems Manager at the White House Communications Agency, and Ryan Ripien. Ryan Ripien is the Commander of Naval Communications. We also have someone named Michaela Mott, who was on this email, also Navy.
Maybe.
The document reveals the emergence of...
Maybe? Candace, you don't say maybe if you actually have the real email. Why say maybe? No. If you have the email, then you can confirm who's in it. Here's my thing. You typed up that document. It's a Word document. You just typed this bullshit up. Why not actually show the email and just have email addresses redacted? And then you turn around and say maybe. All of this so she can give the appearance that a correspondence dinner to whom she is familiar with the shooter, the suspect, was staged even though it was meant for Erica Kirk. But now she wants to say it was staged because people are linking her, Candace, to the shooter. Because she knew the suspect. Now all of a sudden it's staged Candace. No, ma'am. Nope. Now it's staged because she's being linked to the suspect. Candace knows the suspect of the correspondence dinner. She knows him. And all of a sudden it's staged. Nope. You're pissed because he failed. Come on, Candace, stop lying. That's all you seem to do. For once in your life, you understand that this boy will flip on you. If it comes down to it, he will rat your ass out. Why else do you all think she's trying to claim that it was staged? Cole Thomas Allen will rat Candace out to get less time in prison. And you go to prison after trying to assassinate a president. Some people in jail might not like that too much. So he already has a target on his back. You think he's going to hold his tongue if it means decreasing time in jail? Candace, he's going to throw you under the bus. And now you're trying to go out of your way to claim that it was all staged. Why? Why? I don't think she would be saying this if he were successful. Oh no, it's all staged now because he failed. That doesn't change the reality that he's facing of him being in jail for many, many years to come, Candace. He will throw you underneath the bus, girl. You want to keep telling us why you keep stalking Erica Kirk again?
Navy. The document reveals the emergence of a modern hybrid system where military communications infrastructure, intelligence-linked monitoring, behavioral analytics, they were monitoring that too, social media amplification strategies, and centralized federal messaging converge into this
DOD
unified
said the
information
email was
controlled
fake. Of
architecture
course.
operating behind the scenes of public events. Okay, we weren't aware of this. You're supposed to believe this is happening natural, that you are not being impacted, that you are not being targeted by the government. And make no mistake, that is what we have uncovered. The Department of Defense instructing teams internally on how to immediately begin to engineer and to conduit our emotions. We, all of us, we were the actual targets of the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting.
Nope.
Joke's on you. If you thought on us, I guess. If we thought that it was
No, Candace, no. You know that Erica Kirk was the target, and that your buddy suspect failed, and now you want to sit here. No, the devil is a liar, and so are you. We weren't the target of anything. You're asking dumb questions like, why was Erica Kirk somewhere? You know exactly where she was at all times. You're stalking her. You've already said you have eyes and ears everywhere you go. We're always listening and watching. Of course you are, because you're stalking her. So why ask, why was she somewhere? That's a stupid question. What you're mad about is, why didn't this work? Why couldn't he pull this off? That's what Candace really wants to ask. And now you want to try to invalidate it as if it was staged. A very serious event here, where a life could have been taken. And man is now in jail. And you're trying to simply invalidate the whole thing. And this man is still in jail. Mind you all, the suspect is still in jail. He's in jail. Cole Thomas is in jail. Cole Thomas Allen is in jail. He still have a whole trial hearing and everything coming up. And yet she's trying to say, oh, it was all staged. How do you think that helps his defense? Because it doesn't. Once again, your dumbass conspiracy theories will not get the suspect off. His defense attorneys are going to be like, wow, I wish Candace would shut the hell up. She's not helping at all. She's trying to say this didn't happen at all. Like it was all staged. They're not going to buy that. The judge, the jury, the defense attorneys, they're not going to buy any of this, Candace. So why are you doing this? How you all believe me when I say that Erica Kirk should get a protection order against Candace? Candace, why are you doing this again? Why sit here and lie about it being staged and lie about emails that the DOD, the Department of Defense, is saying that email is not real? We don't know what email she's talking about. She's just flat out lying. Because, see, they're going to try to, this isn't journalism. She's trying to invalidate an actual assassination attempt that involved many members of the cabinet, of our executive branch of government. Candace knew Erica Kirk was going to be there. And to her, that's all that matters. Because if Candace cared about the other assassination attempts on Trump, she would talk about them excessively. She doesn't. Candace doesn't care. The amount of time she spends saying Erica Kirk's name is incomparable to the amount of time she spent talking about any assassination attempt on Trump, the president. Candace Owens does not care about that. Her target was Erica Kirk. And Cole Thomas Allen missed. And because Cole Allen missed, now this whole thing was staged. It didn't even happen. Who staged it, Candace? Who staged it? You know that boy is going to tell the investigators how much you paid him if you staged it. Candace, are you telling on yourself? Because we could just go with that. So if you staged this whole thing, Candace, you set it all up, how much did you pay? It's the question. Because Cole Allen is still sitting in jail. He's going to go to jail, girl. He's just not going to go down alone. I don't think you gave him enough money for him to go down alone.
Actually, the White House, the people that work around the White House and the Department of Justice. during a time period when they should have only been concerned about safety. Right? Within an hour, this took place. They prioritized Erica Kirk and engineering our emotions about her. She is described in the email as an emotional response asset. That is stunning. An emotional response asset. And there's more. And we've also learned from White House sources that something else that was unusual that evening was the lack of a scramble, okay? A lack of scramble. Let me explain, do my best to explain what that means. It's important that you remember that the dinner took place on a Saturday evening across town, okay? The White House was therefore not open for business. This is a Saturday. Internal teams tell me that what is most remarkable is that for some reason, that email, that evening, the White House campus security protocol and the perimeters were just out of the ordinary. Everybody was somehow available and on standby for some unknown reason. Were it completely unplanned, you might imagine there would have been this scramble to get all the appropriate personnel back to the White House in time for this unplanned press conference. Maybe they're up in Virginia where they live. Maybe they went on vacation. Maybe they went to go see their families. How are we going to, what are we going to do? We got to get back to the White House within 2 hours of a shooting. But that evening, everything was clean, as though they were all anticipating a late night presser at the White House, which as we know, took place at 10:33 p.m. So less than 2 hours after the shooting. Everyone just had it together and we're there. They said things ran too smoothly. They've been in situations where it is a situation and people scramble. That was not what occurred that night. So we know the military comms wanted Erica Kirk to be number one by Sunday morning. Check. That was accomplished. Mission: extract max attention via the video and max sympathy for Erica Kirk. And then our emotional asset is going to break her silence on social media, writing this. Saturday was yet another traumatic example of the evil in our country and the continued rise in political violence. I'm taking time to spend with my family. I will be joining the Charlie Kirk Show Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern to briefly address what took place. Enough is enough. Just love that transition from I'm taking time to be with my family to and I will be on the Charlie Kirk Show.
Yeah, y'all see how this is going? She's not talking about Trump at all, right? If he is the target of this assassination attempt, why isn't she talking about Trump? No, she's talking about what Erica Kirk planned on doing the next day because she's obsessed with her and stalking her. And Candace wants us to believe that the target was Donald Trump. No. This isn't normal for anyone to sit here and to focus on just a random correspondent dinner attendant. She shifted this entire show, the entire assassination attempt, to Erica Kirk. That was her target. She is proving in real time she does not care about Donald Trump at all. Why is she making it an issue that she was going to be on the Charlie Kirk Show to talk about what happened at the dinner? Of all the people that attended that dinner, Candace Owens is focused dead set on Erica Kirk. Candace, you going to tell us exactly how pissed off you were when she canceled on your dumb ass from the UGA event? Well, you expected her to be there? Because you expected her to be there. She hasn't been home. And that's what the PWD podcast dude said. She has not been home. He said that with a blessed assurance. Like he could tell you how many days that girl hadn't been home. Why? That stalking is something else. Ooh, it's such a felony. Now, let Candace tell you exactly what Erica Kirk planned on doing after that. Not Trump. I hope he's okay. He went to the hospital. They treated this, that, and the third. Maybe he went to a like she said nothing about what happened with Trump after this dinner. No, we're sitting here talking about what Erica Kirk posted about being on her show the next day because, Candace Owens is making her the target.
Saturday was yet another traumatic example of the evil in our country and the continued rise in political violence. I'm taking time to spend with my family. I will be joining the Charlie Kirk Show Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern to briefly address what took place. Enough is enough. Just love that transition from I'm taking time to be with my family to and I will be on the Charlie Kirk Show on Wednesday. It's just incredible. Complete lack of self-awareness. Anyway, Erica's...
Well, you're sitting here obsessing over her post. You've already said that you have eyes and ears everywhere. You have sources and direct contacts that live in her building and that you're stalking her. A felony. It's a crime. And you double down and triple down on it. And yet you want people to believe that the actual shooting at this correspondence dinner where there were several other people there was staged because Erica Kirk came out alive? Boy, that evil look on her face is something else. This is how demons look when they're disappointed. Come on, you demonic alien.
Pending speech, in my view, was intended to begin phase 2 of the military psychological operation. Highlighted in the email itself, the part I told you to pay extra attention to, what they were asking for beyond that, the points that they wanted delivered, the professionalism of the protective response was to be highlighted. We saw that all across social media. Bizarre instant headline: Kash Patel, a hero. It's just completely ridiculous. It's just. You should laugh at this. Kash Patel's stunning reaction as the shooter opened fire at White House Correspondents' Dinner. He's described as a hero, by the way, if you read the article, because he just says "get down." He instructs others at the table to get down. I don't know how they somehow got like 800 words out of he said "get down," and then he got down, and he's a hero. Okay, guess he needed some good press after he was called an alcoholic. Plus,
why would he care about that in that moment where there's an active shooter using a weapon that could take somebody's life? You think he's worried about you calling him an alcoholic? Candace, no one gives a damn about you calling him an alcoholic when they're facing the very real possibility of losing their life to a gun and a bullet. They're not stunning your dumb ass. You know, are you mad because you weren't invited to this dinner, Candace? Because no one sees you as a true journalist but your cult. And they're too stupid to even see that your target was Erica Kirk. That's what you obsess over day and night, 24/7. That girl lives rent-free in your head to where you're willing to commit felonies to stalk her and admit to doing that in videos. You confessed to having sources and direct contacts that live in her building, you know, because obviously, you know they have cameras installed. You have seen camera footage of her coming and going. You knew exactly where she was going to be, what she was wearing, what she was doing. You're more pissed off that how could he miss? I told him exactly where she would be sitting. All because she foiled your plans when she didn't go to the UGA event with the VP. I don't think Candace cares if she was sitting next, if Erica Kirk was sitting next to the president or the vice president. Didn't care. Irrelevant to her. Her code spent more time being pissed off because this girl canceled and went home for safety reasons, as opposed to wondering, okay, why do we care if she canceled? You know, she went home. Isn't that what we crying and whining and complaining about, like we pay her mortgage? The candy asses act as if they pay Erica Kirk's mortgage. No, they don't pay her bills or mortgage or anything. They don't have to take care of those kids. But yet, how dare you cancel this free UGA event with the vice president? You're supposed to be safe near him. Now she goes to a dinner where you have the president and vice president, and look what happened. And Candace is lying about it being staged, lying about emails, whether the Department of Defense has to debunk her BS. And here she's telling us, oh, she was going to be on the Charlie Kirk show after this very traumatic event where someone could have lost their life to Cole Allen shooting a gun at a dinner. You know, let's focus on what she did after this. Never mind the fact that if he would have actually made his target, then what? Candace, how much did you pay Tyler Robinson or Cole Allen again? Cole Thomas Allen. Candace, how much did you pay him? How much? You seem to be really pissed off that he missed. Oh, she is mad as hell. He missed. How? I told you the exact table and the exact seat she would be at because Candace knew that. Because people called and told Candace, here's where she's sitting. Here's what she's wearing. Here's where she is. Candace knew all of that. Oh, she knew it. Candace, you ever going to show us those text messages that came to your phone? Or is an investigator going to have to get a subpoena? How is this going to go for you? Because I see your future, Candace. I see how this ends up for you. You being told to come out with your hands up. Yeah, no. Aiding in the unaliving of people is a crime, girl. Stalking is a felony. You can't make this up. She wants people to believe that this is staged. While she sits here and says, oh, after this dinner, that she then acknowledges Erica Kirk was going to be on the show. You know, she completely lacks self-awareness. Coming from the idiot that is literally sitting here saying from one statement to another, the dinner was staged. But then after this very real dinner, she goes on this show. Wait a minute. You said it was staged though, right? Or was the shooting part what you planned out? Because you want to call that stage? We call it pre-planned. Okay. Candace, do I need to pull up the definition of the word staged? Wordplay doesn't work on me, girl.
The number 2 on the email list is to highlight the political rhetoric, the escalation concerns. Remember, we started suddenly, Caroline Levitt, everybody's starting to talk about hate speech. Oh my God, what's happening? Everybody it's these words are violence. Your words are actually violence. Erica Kirk herself discussed that when Wednesday hit. Take a listen.
And while we may have big problems with illegal immigration in this country, I have to tell you, we have an even bigger problem when it comes to the systemic indoctrination and radicalization of our own citizens. This is what got my husband killed. This is what has led to 3 legitimate attempts on President Trump's life.
Okay. And then they list the broader executive stability themes, which you could just say was Trump needs his...
She just brushes that off. Okay. Were you not concerned about Trump's assassination attempt, Candace? Tell us how you feel about it.
This is what got my husband killed. This is what has led to
look at
3...
Why are you biting your lip, girl? Look at this mean growl on her face. Candace says y'all should tell your cult leaders to stop frowning so much every time she watches Erica Kirk. She gives herself away. I've never seen this growl. This girl is growling. Oh, Candace, this is a snip. You look mean as hell. Oh, she look like she's just absolutely disgusted. How dare you sit there and be prettier than me? This is crazy. She biting the bottom lip and everything. She is so angry and mad at her. The venom. The hatred you must have to want someone to be unalived and to realize Cole missed. Tyler Robinson got Charlie Kirk. She's happy about that. Watching his assassination attempt over and over and over. His assassination over and over and over and over and over. As well as an SUV with blood all over it. Candace has no quarrels with watching that stuff. It's like our handiwork. Candace, I told you we would look up the word staged. Because you want us to know. Stage also means planned, organized, or arranged in advance. Often of an event or situation intended to seem spontaneous. Candace, I told you I see through you, heifer. You claiming that this dinner was staged is mighty ironic with the term that you're using. What you forgot was the definition of such. Arranged in advance, organized or planned, often of an event or situation intended to seem spontaneous. I told you where Erica Kirk would be sitting at, what table she would be at. How did you miss? Now it's staged. Candace, you knew exactly where that girl was all day. I'm wondering, what exactly is Cole Allen going to tell the investigators when they ask him, who helped you plan this? How involved are you with this, Candace? because he's going to give you up. You're trying to get ahead of it by claiming it was staged. The dinner was real. The assassination attempt was real. Cole Allen just missed. You didn't plan on people being on edge, moving and ducking as fast as they did. What do you, girl? And here you are grimacing over Erica Kirk when you want people to believe that Trump was the target. No, it was intended to look like it was meant for Trump. Now, Candace wanted Erica Kirk to get hit. She cared less about Trump. Candace doesn't care about Donald Trump. That girl doesn't talk about his other assassination attempt. She doesn't give a shit. No, this is her target. Look at that look. I've never seen Candace look at Donald Trump like this. How do you say you loathe someone without saying the words? It's this look all over her face.
Legitimate attempts on President Trump's life.
Okay. And then they list the broader executive stability.
And her response was, okay. You would think someone that supports Donald Trump would not be this cavalier about it. Yeah, okay. Because Trump wasn't the target to Candace. Erica Kirk was.
Themes, which you could just say was Trump needs his ballroom, right? There's got to be more done to stabilize things, and that's his ballroom. And I think we may have found the surrogates. I think they might be right here, guys. Just have call it a gut feeling. Anyway, the ballroom is not something that should be ignored because this is not about a ballroom, obviously. This is about the next step, right? Phase 2 is the communication. The events, you have the communication, and then ultimately it is intended to be ushered in for humanity. And I think it's pretty obvious that it's data centers, right? That's what they want. He doesn't care about a ballroom. He can do events wherever he wants. The data center beneath the ballroom. That's what they're suddenly pushing, by the way, all across America. You've seen the headlines. A data center intended to be twice the size of Manhattan in Utah. Here's a headline in The Guardian. Irresponsible. Someone claims, the people are claiming a backlash as Utah approves a data center twice the size of Manhattan. A plan to create one of the world's largest data centers, the gargantuan project spanning an area more than twice the size of Manhattan, has provoked a furious public backlash in Utah amid concerns over its vast energy use and impact upon the state's stressed water supplies. The Stratos Artificial Intelligence Data Center footprint will cover more than 40,000 acres over 3 sites in Box Elder County in northwestern Utah. The facility will require about 9 gigawatts of power, which is more than the entire state of Utah currently consumes. And it's going to suck up a significant amount of water in an area that has been hit by severe drought in recent years. Last week, the project was approved by the county's commissioners, despite thousands of objections lodged by Utah residents. Joke's on you, Utah residents. They will pay off these politicians. They don't care about you. You are something to be managed. There are people that are corrupt. They will pay them off. We don't care how much you protest. You're getting these data centers. That's what happened here. It goes on to tell us that the proposed project is backed by Kevin O'Leary, the venture capitalist who appeared on the...
Yeah, you notice how she's just kind of glancing over this information. You trying to make this situational and want this all to fit into what you claim to be staged. Candace, how long did it take for you and Cole to plan this assassination attempt on Erica Kirk? This would have been attempted heck Erica Kirk went to UGA. Doesn't matter if she's standing next to the vice president or the president. Because let Brandon Tatum tell it, you know, the president is the most secured person on earth, right? So if he's in the room, shouldn't that make the event even more secure? It's only as secure as the lack of planning for someone to come in and do something to it. But when you know every move that at least one person in that room is making and where they're sitting, everyone else could be a casualty to Candace. She doesn't even care about Trump possibly getting hit with a bullet. She's mad that Erica Kirk did not get hit with a bullet. Because who would scoff at her going to her husband's show the next day? Why do you care, Candace? All this other stuff is fluff. When they ask him, who helped you plan this? Candace. He's going to give you up.
TV show Shark Tank, O'Leary has claimed that Stratos will deliver thousands of jobs. That's what you get. We're going to get a data center, probably a few more droughts, but there will be jobs that you should expect. And you should want those jobs. We're going to compete with China. That's the pitch. You're going to compete with China. No, I think what's happening is our government is competing with China to create a surveillance state. What's happening, right? It tells us that, like I said, 4,000 people lodged objections to the project being approved. The pushback led to contentious public meetings between that Lee Perry, who was the Box Elder County Commissioner, said left him feeling physically sick amidst alleged death threats and false accusations. I'm just going to go ahead and say the government is corrupt. O'Leary has claimed in social media posts that most of the protesters don't live locally and have been paid to object to the project. Oh, I'm sure. Why would someone want to? It must be unnatural. Humans objecting to a data center that's going to impact their lives. High-powered artificial intelligence centers all across the United States. That's what's happening. But the question is, to what end? Okay, what is the actual goal? It's obviously evil and dystopian. If you're not aware of that, you have to wake up to it, okay? The aim, to me, appears very clearly to be a surveillance state. Like I said, they want what China has. They want to monitor all of us. You're seeing that already at the airport, right? How many pictures can be taken? That they're trying to learn your face. Every single person needs to have a digital ID and this ID, and we can know every second where you're going. That's going to require some data centers. There is an unholy alliance between the military and our press trying to convince us that this is fine, that it's normal, that we're being thrust into a state where we won't even be able to turn on our cars without government approval, right? They already can shut down a large portion of cars automatically, the newer ones. They can just literally, while you're driving, shut that down. But they want more. They want to know where you are every second of every day, what you're thinking, what you're writing, who you're speaking to. Listen to this conversation that Kevin O'Leary had with Tucker Carlson about his investment in that Utah data center.
I mean, it seems like AI will make it possible to know what every American is doing at all times. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I would say that's not AI that's going to do that. I would say now, with the amount of high resolution video and surveillance that is built into every street corner, that's how they solve a lot of crimes. Now, if you don't like
do they
that,
solve a lot of crimes? Has the
they do. They do.
Has the closure rate for murders in our big cities, like what percentage of murders are in New York City or Chicago or Detroit are solved?
I don't track the
pretty
murder
low, actually. Yeah. It's lower in this country than
the point is surveillance isn't a great issue, but the enhancement of surveillance with AI tools is how you now walk through the Dubai airport. And you also walk through some airports here in the U.S. Facial recognition technology has finally got to the resolution using AI's tools.
It's going to run through your data center. There'll be pictures of all of us in your data center.
Every data center. But
right. So
you don't.
But how does it make it freer?
You don't have to opt into that program. By the way, I do it for convenience. I'm not hiding anything.
Well, it's on street corners, as you said. So it's anytime you're in public, your face is being surveilled by the US
government. It is, but I'm not doing nefarious things. I'm not a criminal, and I'm not stealing any money from anybody. So
the definition of nefarious changes, as you know. I mean, hundreds of thousands of American citizens were sent to concentration camps by Franklin Roosevelt because they were Japanese.
Correct.
So in 1940, it was not a crime to be Japanese. In 1941, it was. So the definition does change, as you know.
It's true. So you could have those concerns, but I ask you again, Tucker.
I do.
No, and I know you do, but I ask you again, and you haven't answered my question. Do you want the insurance policy or not? Would you, with all of the nefarious concerns about AI, which outcome do you prefer as an American for your family? Would you prefer all of us that are developing these data centers put down our shovels and stop while the Chinese accelerate theirs? Would you like that?
Yeah, because I don't live in China. So you can just move to China and compete with people in China. That is what makes the most sense to me.
No. This is not. This is coming from the alien that crash landed on our planet and said that she would rather be Russian and live in Russia. Candace, when the hell are you packing? Girl, we will help you pack and go to Russia. You said you would rather be Russian than American. Bye. We're not stopping you. She said about something. You could go to Russia, China. No. You can go to Russia, girl. I know you're not talking, Candace. I know you're not talking. You literally said I would rather be Russian. Oh, okay. When are you going to Russia? That's all we want to know. When you gonna pack up and go to Russia? See, when Cole Allen starts to talk. You probably won't have any choice. Are you telling us in advance where you're going to be? Because first place people are going to think to look for you is in the UK. You know, because that's where George might get deported back to. Next, we'll know to look for you in Russia, because you said you would rather be Russian. And you think you would just rather move to Russia. No one cares. Bye. Girl, go to Russia, girl. Go ahead. Just know we'll have you extradited. If you get charged with a crime, you'll be extradited back here to answer to that. You won't be able to outrun it.
Instead of turning America into China. As I said, we are looking at an unholy alliance. It is between the military. It is between the press. And I would add here, Turning Point USA. Okay. They are not a charity in my view. I had very early on investigating the Charlie assassination, underscored how it seems that everyone is randomly connected to the military at that organization. Like that was new. That was like, it wasn't that way when I was there. That suddenly everyone's got this connection to the military. Now we have Erica Kirk herself artificially appointed to the Air Force Board of Visitors. Erica, not a grieving widow. Okay. She's a piece of, as far as I'm concerned, military technology that's intended to socially engineer on behalf of the military. Like that's what she's out there doing. She's like a piece of Israeli tech. Again, my opinion. I'm welcome to it.
She's a piece of tech. So you're calling her a robot, you dumb alien? You're an alien and you're calling her a robot. Candace, I'll take Erica Kirk any day over you. Period. If we had to pick and choose which one is blexited off of our planet and which one stays, in my book, Erica Kirk can stay. You dumb alien, can take your doll, aka your baby sister, and blexit your ass off of this planet. Take all your cult members with you. All of them can go. You guys will have a lot of fun over there in her home planet. You can come up with all the conspiracy theories and worship the ground Candace walks on. No one will stop you. We don't care. Get on that ship and get off this planet and go with your cult leader. Bye.
My show. She socially engineered Charlie with much success. She's now being used to socially engineer the public with the full weight of the United States military behind her. I would argue in that way, she was intended to be an asset, but she has proven herself to be a liability because the people see right through her. And I would like to add also that everything about the Charlie Kirk assassination mirrors.
How is she proven to be a liability, Candace? Because I'm sure that's what you've told these people that keep attempting to take her life. How is she proven to be a liability? You've already admitted to stalking her. That is a felony in the state of Arizona, where she lives, because you live in Tennessee and you're stalking someone in another state. Go figure. You know, that's FBI territory, right? Candace, your cult members get mad when you get held accountable, when you get reported to the feds, to the police, when you get sued, even though you beg for lawsuits by saying, sue me, I want subpoena power. And then the moment that happens, your cult members get pissed off and then you get a tantrum, girl. You throw a tantrum because people give you what you want. Explain to me how Erica Kirk is a liability. How many times did you have to tell Tyler Robinson that? Or Cole Allen? How many times did you have to tell those two that? How hard was it to convince them to see Charlie and Erica Kirk as liabilities? Because no one describes people like that except you. You're describing her as a liability. Like, oh, she's someone we need to get out of the way. What do you mean? Candace, in the grand scheme of Erica Kirk's life, you, and I'm going to say this, harsh language coming up, you are a non-motherfucking factor. Erica Kirk could care less that you're walking this earth, you alien. You do not pay her bills. You do not have to take care of her. You do not have to feed her or clothe her. You do not have to provide her shelter. You don't have to ensure that her children are educated or that they go to the doctor or they get medicine when they're sick. You have no influence in her life at all in any positive manner. whatsoever. And yet you call her a liability. You think I care about the candy asses getting mad because I said that you wanted Erica Kirk dead? You still do. Candace Owens wants Erica Kirk dead. To talk about her as if she's a piece of tech or machine, that's a liability that is stalking her, that knew exactly where she would be seated at that correspondent dinner. Candace, you obsess over this woman. You want her out of the way so you can take over TPUSA. It will not happen for you. Because Cole Allen is going to rat your ass out. Candace, he's going to rat you out. I hope you know that. I've never heard anyone speak of someone being a liability like this. Like, oh, we just need to get rid of the trash and discard it. Why are you concerned about her existence on Earth that much? Why do you care about anything going on with her? You allow Erica Kirk to live rent-free in your head 24/7. And somehow you've arrived to the conclusion that she's just a liability to you, Candace. Why is she a liability to you? Erica Kirk doesn't pay my bills. Do you all care if Erica Kirk runs a company or do anything? She doesn't have to take care of us. We don't pay her mortgage. Why are you reducing her life to being a liability? You don't have to raise those kids. You don't pay her bills. That light bill, gas bill, water bill is not in your name, Candace Owens. Somehow you've reduced this woman's whole life to be a liability. Why do you even care? Why do you and the candy asses care? If you don't like her, it's easier to leave her alone and keep living your life. Take care of your kids and worry about your lawsuits. You're sitting here trying to convince people to believe that Erica Kirk is a liability, a piece of tech. For what? Candace, we know she was your target. We know you wanted her to be taken out. The same way you wanted Charlie Kirk to be taken out. That's why you continue to watch all these videos, because it's like watching your handiwork. Watching something that you've signed, sealed, and agreed upon. Yep. Me look at this assassination in multiple videos from multiple angles. Because that's what sick, sadistic demons do. Candace Owens said, be best for all of us if she just goes away forever. And now she's a liability. Candace Owens wants Erica Kirk dead. If she adds no value to your life, then shouldn't you be thinking about anyone else, Candace? Shouldn't you be talking about anything else? If she's of no interest to you and she doesn't shape your life one way or the other, shouldn't you be focused on anything else that would be of benefit to you? Why focus on someone that's a liability unless you want them eradicated? I just don't get it. No one sits around and worries about all the liabilities in their lives. Like, and yet Candace obsesses over her and has sources and direct contacts in her building that are reporting to her every little thing that Erica Kirk does, that have cameras installed to monitor when she comes and goes. Candace continues to obsess over someone she just called a liability.
She was intended to be an asset, but she has proven herself to be a liability because people see right through her. And I would like to add.
That's not how someone is determined to be a liability simply because someone sees through you. No, Candace, I see through you, and I see that you keep planning and arranging for people to be assassinated when you have some sort of vendetta against them. And you see them as a liability. You want her out the way permanently. That's not what determines something or someone to be a liability simply because I see through you. What do you mean? That's not how you determine something to be a liability or someone. Now we see through you, so you're a liability. No, Candace, you want her dead. That's not the goal of everyone else. And if the candy asses agree with you in wanting and desiring Erica Kirk to be dead, they're just as demonic and evil as you are. And all of you all should go to jail together.
Also, that everything about the Charlie Kirk assassination mirrors the White House Correspondents' Dinner strategy being executed in the shadows by the military, right? The intended social media.
It's not being strategized by the military, Candace. This is your plan. That's why it mirrors each other. Because it's Candace Owens' plan. Because she's planning out the same thing that happened to two different people. They say the definition of stupidity is expecting a different result. You're doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over, expecting a different result. That's the definition of stupidity. Candace is trying to execute the same plan and expecting the result to be positive. Expecting the outcome to be this liability is removed. You're planning the same thing to two different people. Candace, because you're not smart. And you're a criminal. And you're evil.
Virality of the clip. The conversation about Erica. Make it about Erica. The focus about the widow, right? We need the image, the graphics, capturing her inside of his casket. Hit an emotional peak. The world will then wait. They'll feel crushed for her. And then they'll wait to hear her speak. And when she does speak, we hit phase 2. Then she instructs us at a podium 48 hours later. Same with this. White House Correspondents' Center. 48 hours later, she tells us, sign up for Turning Point USA. That's what she did. Sign up for Turning Point USA. Here's what you can do if you want to honor Charlie. Sign up for Turning Point USA right now. And then beyond that,
Candace, that's an option. You don't have to sign up for anything. Are you going to wait till she gets to a podium next time to have someone fire at her? Erica Kirk, she's going to wait till you go to a podium to have someone try to shoot you again. You got to get a protection order. Candace, you do understand the FBI is always listening and watching. There's no way you can separate yourself from this one. They're not playing around with you, you dumb alien. After admitting you stalked this woman and you want her removed permanently, it'll be best for all of us. Oh, okay. You know they're paying attention and listening. Yeah, keep being stupid.
We should join her a week later in forgiving Tyler Robinson. This is a pattern. This is a pattern that is emerging, and this email is very serious. We should FOIA request
it's not
all of the
real.
emails that went out that night, all of the instructions that went out that night about
Candace, stop stealing my bit. FOIA, because you can't say for you. Okay.
Messaging to the public. The AI video of Charlie's voice appointing her to take over for him.
There's
Alleged
no
AI
email
video by the donors who were present in the room and said he never said it. A picture is starting to emerge. I believe.
Candace, you can't FOIA that. That's a private conversation. You cannot FOIA that. And then that would imply someone recorded it. Can't FOIA that. What is wrong with you? Oh no, she sees Erica Kirk as a liability to be rid of.
Believe that with the Charlie Kirk assassination, we were made to see and to hear exactly what they wanted us to. Again, we are the targets. Charlie was a target, and we are now the targets. And we need to fight this pending dystopian surveillance state nightmare with everything that we have, or we will end up enslaved by this. That's their goal. I have no doubt. And Turning Point appears to be playing its role. We'll be right back after a break.
What role?
All right, you guys, some moments change every Turning Point USA. I feel this way. Candace. I just want to add here, call it a hunch, but I believe that the military is controlling X.
Call it a hunch? No, they're gonna sue you. Can you show me? Because all the candy asses, they love this. Show me her 2 degrees. And start with that. I just want them to show anything because they're lazy as hell. They want us to do all the work. Fuck no. Show me her 2 degrees. She said she obtained 2 degrees. Tristan, Vera, 4. Is it Tristan? Tristan? I can get creative with saying your name in a myriad of ways. Tristan. Tristan, Vera, 4. Show us proof that Candace Owens has 2 degrees. 1 in journalism and 1 in English. You lazy cult members want us to do all of the work. Fuck no. We owe you nothing. But you can show us her 2 degrees. She said that she completed. It's funny. The cult is divided on her having 2 degrees. Show us your cult leader's 2 degrees. We're ready to see them. Tristan, show us your cult leader's 2 degrees. Show us your cult leader's 2 degrees. 1 in journalism, 1 in English. She claimed that she earned 2 degrees. We're ready to see the evidence of that. Because her lazy ass just, oh man, yeah, wanted us to do FOIA requests. No. We're only going to do a FOIA request if we're getting court records on George's DUI. It's the candy ass's turn. Show us your cult leader's 2 degrees that she claimed she earned. Where are they? 2 degrees. 1 in journalism, 1 in English. Because clearly if you're her candy ass cult follower and you worship the ground she walks on, you would know that she has these 2 degrees that she claimed that she earned in 2 different videos. So you should see some sort of evidence of that, right? There should be verification of these degrees earned. Tell your cult leader to produce it. Post them up. We'll wait. We've been waiting. Why lie about something like that? It's a dumb lie. If you can't prove that you've earned 2 degrees, why even lie and say you've earned them? But we'll wait for your cult leader to show evidence on anything. Start with that. Start with that education that she claims she obtained. 2 degrees. 1 in journalism, 1 in English. Until then, you lazy morons need to learn how to read. Go and research for yourselves. You keep demanding things from us. Why? You don't care what we present. So why ask us to show you something? I highly doubt you can read all the words either way. Not when your cult leader can't say the word beret. Well, Bureau, we got a whole video of words that your own cult leader cannot pronounce correctly, some of which have only 2 syllables. Shame on you. And none of you seem to correct your cult leader. Cult leader Candace, that is not how you say the word beret. It's not beret, it's beret. 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 But you all won't correct her on that? And you want us to show you facts on something? The audacity. Hell no. Show us the degrees. Of course, they're going to deflect, Sue. That's all they do. They deflect. That's all they do. We want to see those 2 degrees. Candace, I know you're listening, you dumbass. We're not here to help you research because I thought your candy asses was sending those tips to the tip line. I thought they were doing all of that. They won't correct you saying words like beret or bureau. So we want to see the degrees that you claimed you earned twice. Get your candy asses to work. Make them do something for once. They won't correct you on how to pronounce 2-syllable terms. They definitely can't define them because they don't. Hold on, let me see. I'm going to test their math skills. What is it, Vera? Vera, what's 3 times 2? Quick. Tristan, Vera, 3 times 2. Put the answer in the chat. If you get it right, I'll give you a thumbs up. Tristan, Vera, 3 times 2. Hurry up. It shouldn't take that long. And you cannot use your fingers or a calculator. We're waiting on Tristan Vera to tell us 3 times 2 because they won't correct their cult leader on saying the word beret or bureau. So tell us 3 times 2. Show us how smart you really are. Let us know what level, because it's the only way I'll know how to communicate with you. I have to know what level of understanding you have. 3 times 2. Hurry up. Come on, Tristan. You can do it.
Like we've been speaking about these artificial trends that appear and disappear when they don't want people to be discussing something. That all of that now feels very fake. It didn't feel this way when Jack Dorsey was at the helm of Twitter. But there's, like I said, a military alliance with all of these Silicon Bros, these race for AI technology, and there's definitely going to be something there that I think is going to be revealed. Anyway, let's talk about some other changes over at Turning Point. So Charlie Kirk believed in free markets.
What's going to be revealed? Candace is the suspect from the White House Correspondents' Dinner dropping your name. Yeah, Candace helped me plan this. She can't stand Erica Kirk. She called her a piece of tech, Israeli tech, and said she was a liability and that it would be best for everyone if she goes away and never comes back. Yeah, and she also tried to give me some money. Except she never paid me. And then she told me, well, I got to pay my attorneys. Lady Luck Club keeps asking me what's 4 times 4. I don't know. I got to pay my attorneys. One of them quit. I can't keep good attorneys. And I got to pay them a boatload of money. So, he's going to be very pissed when he realizes I'm going to be in jail for the rest of my life. No. Candace told me to do this. Candace, he's going to rat you out.
Obviously, that's why he established Turning Point USA. That's what he was doing, traveling the country, trying to start up college chapters, telling people to embrace free market capitalism. That was it. Long before TPUS Faith took over, that's what Charlie Kirk's main focus was. So let's check in on his organization's message now. Dude. Maybe we can find a clue as to why what was once a top 10 show, the Charlie Kirk Show, is now averaging 380 views per an episode. That is abysmal. Okay. So on the Charlie Kirk Show, they do this thing where despite these very low views, they pretend that they have live callers. And just so you know how this works in the industry, when you don't have anybody calling, they just get a producer to go into the kitchen and fake call and ask the question that you actually want to answer. So they pretend it's like, I didn't even want to talk about this topic, but since you asked, producer in the kitchen, pretending to be Barbara from Manhattan, I'll say what I actually just want to say, but don't have the courage to say. And would you know, I can't believe I missed this, that on the very weekend that I told you guys that all of these Ziobots, as I term them, we should call them Shabbats, right? These Israeli clone accounts that are like super pro Erica, pro Turning Point USA.
Candace, your bots are in my chat. What are you talking about? You have bots. They still mispronounce and misspell your name. Candace, I got that from your bots. Candace, your cult members and your bots can't even spell your first name correctly. What are we talking about? I've seen Candace, Condence, Cadence, Karen, Condoleezza, all from your bots and your cult members. Girl. I told Candace how many times you need to upgrade your bots. They're stupid. We're still waiting on Tristan Vera to tell us. Now we got to give them a new equation. Y'all can't give away the answer. Tristan, what's 4 times 5? 4 times 5, Tristan Vera. Come on, you can do it, buddy. 4 times 5. Can't use your fingers or a calculator. You will run out of fingers. 4 times 5, I know you can do it. See, I have to test the intellect of your cult members, Candace, because they enter my chat at their own peril. They refuse to correct you when you say bureau or beret. They refuse to correct you on those terms. Onomatopoeia might cause Candace to have a stroke or a brain break or something. She would freeze just like this, trying to pronounce the word onomatopoeia. Candace, we have to speak simple to your cult members and your bots so that they can keep up. I'm tired of it. I should be able to use big words all the time, but I can't because your bots and your cult members cannot keep up. They can't even say the word beret. That's how dumb your people are. And you refuse to challenge them mentally or intellectually or anything. Oh my God. And she has the audacity to sit here and talk about bots that are pro-Erica. Just because you hate her doesn't mean everyone else does. Candace, are you going to give me $7,000 or what?
Pro blowing up Palestinian kids, like you could just draw a direct line on X, began trying to organize this boycott of my advertisers. Well, guess what? Guess who did it first? In a gentle way. Blake Neff and Andrew Colvett. That's who signaled it first. I cannot believe I missed this clip from their Friday.
They didn't signal it first. Cinema Shogun did. Many of us said it first. We've been wondering why YouTube allows your videos to still stay up. Get up, yo, Kick Rocks. Give the Lady Luck Club the credit that we deserve here. Candace, I've been wanting YouTube to take down your dumbass videos where you keep showing blood in SUVs. And you keep showing Charlie Kirk be assassinated. That we can't, the average human being with a soul and a conscience can't keep watching that over and over again. He has 2 kids. He has parents. He has a widow. He has siblings. He has family and friends and people that love him. They don't need you showing off what you planned. Like you're so proud of your handiwork. But your bum ass can't go to UVU? You gonna tell us what we're gonna see on the surveillance camera footage from UVU on September 8th or September 9th of 2025? Let's go back a week before September 10th. Let's go back to September 3rd, around Labor Day. What are we gonna see, Candace? If we were to see the UVU surveillance camera footage around Labor Day, what would we see, Candace Owens? What will we see? You know, Labor Day, you didn't do a show or anything. Because you want to make it seem like you have a school schedule for your children. Labor Day, September of 2025. Y'all forgot about that? Labor Day, school's campus is closed. Or at least there's no classes. Candace, what will we see, girl? You going to tell us your itinerary and your alibi or what? Candace, you really want the FBI to have to find out the hard way? Okay.
May 8th show. Take a listen.
Preborn is a sponsor of Candace Owens' show. And that is, I know, frustrating because they've been a sponsor of our show and for a long time. And we love the work that Preborn does. And, you know, it's interesting. If it was a different category, then maybe I would feel more, I guess, you know, one way or the other about it. But because it's saving babies, you know, God will use that which was meant for ill, and he will use it to bless people. And, you know, that's a lesson that we get from Joseph in the Bible. And I believe it, right?
Hey, Candace, this has nothing to do with someone saying that your sponsor should be boycotting your dumb ass while you admit to felonies. You know, stalking is a felony. Your candy asses are confused about who works on Labor Day. There are plenty of people who work on Labor Day. Candace did not work on Labor Day, giving her ample time to go out there to UVU with Tyler Robinson. Scope things out. You got to scout the campus, Candace. Did you get tired of walking? Where were the kids at? Did you take them with you or what? Was it just you, George, and Tyler or what? There were no classes that day. It would have been easy for you to kind of maneuver around the campus. No classes on Labor Day at UVU. Would have been easy for you to maneuver around. Definitely for George. He could blend in a minute. Him and Tyler Robinson might be seen as twinsies. They put on the same outfit, about the same height, weight, body size. Yeah, no, it would be hard to tell them two apart. Candace, where's your alibi again? I want to go back to Labor Day weekend. Where's your alibi from that? and George's. He has no problem getting a DUI. She gets mad when we find that out. Come on, you dumb criminal. Stalking people.
And God will use all things for his good and his glory. And so we trust in that. And it's saving babies. And if that's one of the good things that comes out of that partnership, then I'm all for it, actually. And I've thought hard about this, and I've thought, should I make a fuss? Should I send emails or make phone calls? And it's kind of like, and you, to your other part of your question, where you said, is there something about
shout out to you,
sponsorships that you're unaware of? Yeah, sometimes you're locked in contracts, and you could get yourself into legal liability issues if you pull out of a contract without cause beforehand. Now, the question is there cause? I would venture to guess, yes, there is. But if you're locked into contractual terms, the easiest option is probably just to continue on. And when somebody has a large audience, which Candace does, there's no denying that she does, then you're probably going to get a lot of,
most
referrals.
Of them are bots.
And so anyways, we want to bless babies more than we want some sort of, feud to take priority over that. And yeah, we didn't start the fight. She did. But at the same time, it's babies, and I want more babies.
What I would say, I would also add, even if we're not looking to pick a fight of that nature, if you feel strongly about it, I would encourage you to send them an email. You could say, I have concerns. I might cease support, or I might support you more if you were to make a different decision of this nature.
Yeah.
People
Maybe
do
they
listen.
would be blessed if they made that decision.
And I know.
You can't make it up. You cannot make up how.
No, you should lose all your sponsors, Candace. I mean, do you need someone to just say it flat out? When you sit here and aid in the assassination of people, or admit to stalking someone, which is a felony, or talk about how someone should be removed out of the situation and, put down forever, and it will be in the best interest of everyone. Will you say those types of things? Or you try to say that the White House Correspondents' Dinner shooting was staged, even though the second definition of that word could fit what you did, which was to pre-plan an assassination attempt and make it look like it was spontaneous. No, you should not have sponsors. Absolutely not. Why should you? You want to sit and obsess over Erica Kirk? Okay. Why should your sponsors care about that? You seem to have nothing else to talk about. And you want them to sponsor you while you obsess over Erica Kirk that you called a liability and some sort of pro-Israeli tech. Not even a human being or a mom or a widow. You see her as tech. That is now a liability. Why the hell should you have sponsors giving you money to advertise their dumbass products? In all your videos where you keep obsessing over Erica Kirk and admitted to stalking her, which is a felony, you should lose every single sponsor you have, you dumb alien heifer. Yes, you should. Why would your sponsors want to continue to give you money when you admit to committing a crime? Stalking is a crime. Eyes and ears everywhere you go. Of course, I have obviously direct sources and contacts that live in her building. You're stalking her. And you think you're supposed to have sponsors, you dumb alien. No. E.T., phone home. Absolutely not. Nope. They're going to cut you off either way if you get charged with a crime. They'll cut you off either way.
Perfectly. The 180-degree turn is from everything Charlie. It's like they never listened to Charlie Kirk speak once on his own show. That's why they had to remove all the context. They're like, we're just going to go so 180 that it's better to pretend. It's better just pretend that Charlie was never here. But that's got to be the reason behind pulling all this. What are the free markets? That is not the free market. That is literally a leftist strategy, okay, where you get a bunch of people, a mob, to call and to complain, people that actually are not partaking in that market. They don't care about it. They don't care about this business at all, but they're going to call and they're going to stress them out and try to peer pressure them into pulling out. Secondly, I want to say this. We do not put handcuffs on our sponsors. Okay? We do not put handcuffs on our sponsors. In fact, we were...
No, we should... All her sponsors, Candace Owens, the sponsors should cut her because if she gets charged with stalking, they're going to cut you either way, girl. They're not going to support a felon. Why would they do that? Why should her sponsors pay for her when she's being charged with crimes, being investigated, stalking people? You admitted to stalking her. That came out of your mouth. No one told you to say that. Candace. No one told you to admit to stalking Erica Kirk. It's still a felony. We know that the candy asses can't read to save their lives. They certainly can't read statutes and laws. They don't care about that. They don't care that you're breaking the law by saying all this buffoonery and nonsense and staging assassination attempts at correspondence dinners to target Erica Kirk. They don't care about any of that. Why should you be sponsored, though? I mean, if you're going to go out here and break the law, you're expecting these companies to help fund you to do that. Why? Girl, no. You should lose all your damn sponsors.
Very intentional when we restarted the show after everything I went through the Daily Wire to have personal conversations and to make it very clear that we don't want those kinds of advertisers that are going to balk when it comes to a fight. The free markets have already made it very clear to you, Turning Point USA, your Charlie Kirk show, that they don't like you. And what you are doing right there is exactly why. Charlie Kirk's audience never had to hear that kind of filth, never had to hear something that was counter to the...
No, because he should have said, you know what? Charlie Kirk should have said all of these things when he was alive. He was being nice to you, Candace Owens. He couldn't stand your guts. And here you are, mad and bitter because he didn't marry you. Because he didn't name you as a successor to TPUSA. He didn't name you. There's a video clip I heard of Charlie Kirk saying he wanted his wife. Is that true? Candace, is it true? Is it true? There's a video clip of Charlie Kirk saying, I want my wife to take over. I can't believe it. And she literally wants to pretend like that doesn't exist. Did y'all tag me in that? Can someone tag me in that video on X? Oh, yeah, we got to see that. Candace, there's a video clip of Charlie Kirk saying who he wanted to take over TPUSA. Oh. From the Daily Mail. Look at God. Oh, Candace. Candace. Oh, no. Candace. So you admit to stalking, which is a felony. And then you're up in an upheaval over Charlie Kirk actually saying that he wanted his wife to take over. Let's not forget, he could have an actual last will and testament. Never mind that. Candace, you're not privileged to see that. No one owes you that. You're not privy to see that. Can someone tag me in that video on X? Oh, we're going to play that after this. Oh, Candace. Oh, it's your lucky day, girl. No, I'm going to rub it in. Candace's sponsors should drop her like a bad habit. Like a demon flying out of Lucifer's butt into a toilet. They should drop her that quick. No. You don't get to sit here and say that you're having people stalked and maintain sponsors. Why? Girl, no. No, Candace. No. Especially when you can't pronounce terms such as beret or bureau.
Free markets. Never had to hear somebody say, I was going to call and I was going to kick up a fuss and I was going to try to artificially get her kicked out of the markets and not let, people decide what they want to watch and views based on those things. I was going to call her evil and demonic, but they say babies. So that is the only reason I'm going to go with this is because they say babies because there's something bigger here and I'm a good Christian, right? That's the whole reason but if it was anybody else, by the way, if you want to call and do that, you should do that. This, again, could not sit more opposite to what Charlie Kirk believed in. He could believe that he could compete and be better than you, then his show would get more views than your show, and advertisers would want to come to him naturally. He didn't believe that he had to just be an evil human being.
No. We're just going to send them the clips of you being an evil demon to Erica Kirk and admitting to stalking her, which is a felony, and that you want her removed forever. It would be best for everybody if she were to go away forever. Oh, all we got to do is say, okay, you're going to support someone that is openly committing a crime of stalking? Are we doing that? hear the words coming out of her mouth. And you're paying for revenue to be generated in these videos. You're paying her to mention your name in these videos where she admits to stalking another human being on U.S. soil in the United States of America. You can't make this up.
Behind the scenes, list people's advertisers, start speaking about their advertisers, and pretend that you're not putting pressure or glazing people that are listing all of their advertisers at the same time. Well, that entire scene.
But she told people to get their refunds
while you're
from
doing
TPUSA.
everything that Charlie would hate. You are so ill representative of Charlie Kirk. Please give the name a new show. Just call it.
Oh, shut up, girl. You told people to get a refund. Did she not say that? She told people you guys should be getting your refunds back from TPUSA. Request refunds. You think Charlie Kirk would want that? Do you really think that Charlie Kirk would want you to tell people to get their refunds from TPUSA? The hypocrisy is staggering. And her sponsors should be paying for this? So the sponsors are cool with her sitting here lying and being hypocritical, but telling people to get their refunds from TPUSA as if Charlie Kirk would want that. Are you kidding? While she admits to stalking a woman for no reason. She could just leave Erica Kirk the hell alone, but she can't do that because then, she wouldn't get any views and all her cult members want her to keep stalking someone and breaking laws because they act as if they pay Erica Kirk's mortgage. Candace, why would you tell people to get their refunds from TPUSA? Why would you do that? Oh, you can't make this up. Oh, Candace. This is priceless. Oh my God, Candace, I see an article. I need the video. Can somebody tag me in on that video? Please, dear Lord, somebody tag me on the video. I want to play the video of Charlie Kirk saying that he wanted Erica to take over. We got to play that video. We got to play it. Candace, you should lose every single sponsor on earth. You understand me? You should never be paid to stalk people at all. Never be paid to stalk people. You can't make this up. Okay, so what? Please tag me in that post. If you find the video over there on X, please tag me in on it. So I can go ahead and play it. I want to see that one. Oh, Candace. Oh, Candace. Oh, you poor, unfortunate soul. You can't make this stuff up, man.
The Andrew and
your
Blake
refund from
saga,
TPUSA.
Andrew and Blake complain about everything. Andrew and Blake maybe kind of hate Charlie Kirk and everything he believed in, but they played a part for as long as they could. And now they're here to tell you what they think. And yeah, nothing lines up with the principles of.
What'd she say?
Just call it the Andrew and Blake saga, Andrew and Blake complain about everything. Andrew and Blake maybe kind of hate Charlie Kirk and everything he believed in, but they played a part for as long.
What you mean?
With the principles of what began Turning Point USA. So that would be my advice to them. And I think, by the way,
no, we're going to make sure you lose your sponsors.
That he had to just be an evil human being behind the scenes, list people's advertisers, start speaking about their advertisers, and pretend that you're not putting pressure or glazing people that are listing all of their advertisers at the same time.
Candace, you doxed a Jewish conservative donor of TPUSA. You doxed that donor. You doxed a Jewish donor of TPUSA. Why did you dox that woman? It was a woman. She doxed her. Candace put up a post saying that people should get their refunds from TPUSA. Do you think Charlie Kirk would be cool with Candace doxing Jewish donors or telling people to get their refunds from TPUSA, a nonprofit organization? Why should Charlie Kirk be cool with that? You think he would be okay with that if he were still alive and he saw a post from Candace Owens telling people to get their refunds? I want to know where is that at? Candace, you lying heifer. Where is that at? Where would Charlie Kirk be happy and cool with you telling people to demand your refunds immediately? You think he would be cool with that? You think he would be cool with that, Candace? Charlie Kirk's supposed to be cool with you telling people to demand their refunds from TPUSA, his company he created and built. Or that you're doxing Jewish donors, but yet he wouldn't like that if you were to have me lose my sponsors. He doesn't give a damn about you, Candace. The audacity for you to sit here and to be this damn hypocritical. Girl, do better. Try harder.
Well, that entire scene, pretending to be a good person while you're doing everything that Charlie would hate. You are so ill representative of Charlie Kirk. Please give the name a new show. Just call it the Andrew and Blake saga, you know?
You should lose
Andrew
all your
and Blake
sponsors.
complain about everything. Andrew and Blake maybe kind of hate Charlie Kirk and everything he believed in, but they played a part for as long as they could. And now,
how do you say they maybe hated Charlie? No, you hated Charlie Kirk, Candace. Oh, you're projecting.
Andrew and Blake maybe kind of hate Charlie.
Maybe kind of hate Charlie? What do you mean? Andrew and Blake maybe kind of hate Charlie? No, you hate Charlie. Candace Owens hates Charlie Kirk. Candace Owens wants Charlie Kirk's widow dead. Candace Owens is committing a felony by stalking Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica Kirk. You think Charlie Kirk would ever be okay with knowing that you were stalking them? Candace, stalking is illegal. You think Charlie Kirk would be cool with that? You really think he would be cool with you stalking his wife now after his death? Are you kidding? Or that you're watching his assassination videos in various angles over and over and over and over again? You think Charlie Kirk will be cool with knowing that you and your dumbass coat are running around here saying that Erica Kirk should just go home, like you can control and dictate what the hell she does? She's a grown-ass woman. She's not studying none of you people. What's so funny is that you're the ones obsessing over her. And yet, as opposed to PBD podcast, you know, that dinosaur over there that we made mockery of, Count Chocula, eating his gamma ray coleslaw, as opposed to him asking you, why are you stalking Erica Kirk? No, he's sitting here making affirmative allegations that she has not been home. Why does she have to go home? She didn't have to go home. She could do what the hell she want to do. She can go wherever she want to go. She is grown. You don't pay her bills. She doesn't pay yours. She could care less that Candace Owens is roaming the earth. Candace, I thought you were moving to Russia. I'm wondering if you would have said that if Charlie Kirk was still alive. You know, I should just go to Russia. I think I would be better off in Russia. Oh, okay, cool. Bye. I'm sure he wouldn't rather know that you're in Russia than to know that you're stalking his now widow and his 2 kids. Because, you know, she got 2 kids with him that live with her. So if you're stalking her, you're definitely stalking those babies. They all live in that residential building. Why are you stalking them? That's the question of the day. Why would you risk committing a felony just to stalk someone? Candace, do you really think you would be CEO of TPUSA if you were to take out Erica Kirk? You still wouldn't be CEO. You would go to prison. So what do you think you're accomplishing with all of this? What do you think you're accomplishing by stalking someone and by saying it in a video that you're stalking her everywhere you go, to eyes and ears? I have sources in direct contacts that live in her building, her residential building. You made a point to say that. What do you think you're accomplishing with that other than you violating the law? You think Charlie Kirk will be cool with that, Candace?
Kirk and everything he believed in, but they played a part for as long as they could. And now they're here to tell you what they think.
Somebody kind of hated him.
Nothing lines up with the principles of what began Turning Point USA. So that would be my advice to them. And I think, by the way, then you could get more viewers because then people would go, okay, now we see what this is. You no longer are wearing this mask of pretending.
Hi, everybody should email Candace's sponsors so she can lose them all and remind them. Here's a video clip of her admitting to stalking another human being in the United States of America. You know, another U.S. citizen that deserves to live in peace and harmony and has 2 children who lost her husband on national television. She's stalking this woman. Why are you all paying her bills? No, make her ass earn it.
That you are carrying on the torch for Charlie. I mean, just how embarrassing. I should have known they were behind it. It was just like, what is going on over this weekend? And thank you, Turning Point USA, Andrew Colbert, Blake, for, like I said, leading to the biggest day of merch sales on our website ever. Because our fans, I will tell you right now, people who watch the show, our listeners, they will fight harder. Okay. You guys have power. You got the military.
You're not that smart. See, your cult members and your bots are stupid. They break laws. They don't care about cyber crimes. They dox people. At some point, chickens come home to roost. These dumbasses are going to start getting caught and going to jail. Because people are going to get sick of that. Candace. Erica Kirk at some point is going to file a protection order against you, and she's going to file a federal lawsuit against you. And you should be happy with it because you want to be sued. Remember, sue me. I want subpoena power. Okay. Keep hope alive, Helfer. Don't forget you said that. We'll make sure we play that video over and over and over and over in all of your lawsuit proceedings. Sue me. I want subpoena power. Okay, cool. We'll make it happen. Lawsuit. We want that to happen. We also want you to be reported to the police department for stalking someone. And who the people you have living in those buildings? That's okay. You know, the police will just go and find out who they are. Yeah, no, that's going to happen. And then once this protection order gets granted against you, knock if you buck. You will go to jail as well. Girl, listen. God know how to do it. You keep telling on yourself. And we're just going to make sure you keep telling on yourself, Candace. I know you're listening, you dumb alien. Keep telling on yourself. We all know Erica Kirk was the target of this correspondence dinner assassination. You said it was staged? Okay. You keep telling on yourself. Your sponsors are going to know that you're telling on yourself too. Girl, no.
CBS, Barry Weiss, the president's office, the White House, the military office, all behind you. And we're still winning because we have a better product. It's true.
No, because you all are breaking the law. You don't care.
And speaking of lies and people who tell them, sometimes accidentally because they're just stupid, Paramount Not So Tactical doesn't understand what an alibi is. Okay, so we showed you the clip, the now famed clip of Erica.
Did you say Paramount Not So Tactical, Candace? You're not even trying to be funny.
And Andrew Colbert orchestrating this Fort Huachuca non-alibi behind the scenes, and Paramount Tactical, who is not a very quick reader, did not realize that he was not supposed to read out the alibi or show the picture, and he accidentally did. Okay, so now
Candace admitted to stalking, and she has the audacity to try to say you shouldn't read out the alibi. Candace, we're gonna keep exposing Georgia's DUI just for fun. We don't need a rhyme or reason for that. Just doing it for fun, girl. Yeah, no, keep lying about it. All we're doing is building it up, girl. Come on. Gary, Paramount Not So Tactical. Is that what she said? Oh, Candace, you lame ass. Try again, girl.
But he's accidentally now on Rumble the fact that the internet was correct, that these didn't look like Erica's children. First, he said, it's not her son. Like I said, there have been people who say that it's also not her daughter, but who am I to make that claim? But people with...
You just made it. No, keep on thinking you understand how this works. Oh, Candace. Oh, she's going to sue the hell out of you. Tell your cult members to deal with it and get the hell over it. We don't care.
Acknowledge and know the daughter say that it is not her. Anyway, Paramount Tactical now is raging about that. And he says, actually, it doesn't even matter if neither of them are her children. It's not relevant at all. Do you know what an alibi is? If you're saying her alibi is she was with her children, it would kind of be relevant, Gary Melton, if these are in fact her.
Oh no, Gary Melton. Candace. Kayla, sorrow songs. All your candy asses are coming through here. They don't understand the acronym for IQ. Where is her degrees? Where's your cult leader's degrees? I'm still waiting. Did Vera, was it Tristan Vera? Are you coming back, Tristan Vera? We sent the candy asses off to do one thing and they could not come back. Where are Candace's 2 degrees? She said she earned. I want the episode number with a timestamp of where she shows these degrees. She claims she earned them. So we're going to put the candy asses to work and make them do a little reading. Give us the evidence of her 2 degrees. We want the degree verification. Make you all do something for once. Because, you do nothing else. Lazy asses. Candy asses are lazy. Where are the 2 degrees? Where are the 2 degrees of Candace Owens? Colleen said they're a legion. Yeah, demons come in 12 or something like that. Oh, man. Where is Candace Owens' 2 degrees? Journalism, English. Do you need me to speak another language, Maka? Is it Machiavelli? How dare you sit here and play around with Machiavelli? It's like an insult. The way you spelt it. You're not even trying. Where Candace Owens' 2 degrees that she claims she earned? No one told her to lie like hell and say that. Where are those 2 degrees? Where are they? Come on now. She keeps saying that people are obscure. Yeah, Graham, can you believe it? She says she has a degree in journalism and in English. I keep asking the candy asses, give us the evidence of Candace Owens showing her 2 degrees. Give us the evidence of the verification of these 2 degrees. Where did she graduate from school? She claimed she has these 2 degrees, and they keep saying she lied about nothing. Where is the evidence of these degrees then if she didn't lie? Because she says she dropped out of college in her 3rd year. And then in 2 separate videos went behind that and said, well, I actually went back to school and finished and I got 2 degrees. Where are they? Because they could be verified. When the candy ass is going to do that? Why don't you back up what your cult leader's telling you? Come on. Don't let words like beret and bureau get in your way. They won't correct her on their mispronunciations and stuff, but they party. They gonna keep trying to come in and talk about she lies about nothing when she lies about everything. She lied about an email. She called the White House assassination dinner staged because she planned it. It just didn't give her the outcome she wanted. And she admitted to stalking someone, which is a felony. Why get mad? If you all believe that she tells the truth, then why get upset when she gets sued? She begged for it. Your cult leader was stupid enough to say, sue me. I want subpoena power. A word she can't spell. Why get upset when people sue her? Let it happen. You all should be rooting on all the lawsuits because you believe that your cult leader, Candace Owens, has subpoena power. You believe she's going to get all of the documents she wants from the discovery process. Okay. Why does she keep pushing back the hearing in the Macron lawsuit? It's been over a year. Why did she tell you all she filed a motion to dismiss? Twice. I highly doubt they can understand and comprehend what I'm saying because half of these idiots have no idea how federal rules of civil procedure operate. They don't know what that is. So forgive me for using big words. Let's get back to apple, orange, blue, red, purple, pink. Simple things. As long as this is not beret and bureau. They can't pronounce that either.
Children. Okay, so this is what he tweeted. This is peak clarity. He tweeted, the fact is, we don't know. It hasn't been clarified by Erica, but it doesn't matter. The content of the picture was irrelevant. It was proof that she wasn't at Fort Huachuca on the night. No, Gary, let's just take apart that sentence. I really hope you're not watching Baron Coleman's show, because that's a high IQ outfit and he would really be upset with this, and he'd bring up.
I really hope that you hire Baron Coleman to be your attorney, because I would love for him to say all the dumb things he's been saying in videos about Brian Harper's lawsuit in front of a federal judge in a district court of law. I dare him to repeat those statements. Baron Coleman, please take my dare. I triple dog dare you. And I'm going to say this every time I can. I triple dog Baron Coleman to say the same things that he has said in those videos that he has made about Brian Harper's lawsuit in front of a district court judge. I dare him. I triple dog dare him. Baron Coleman, go to court and make that same legal dumbass argument you're trying to make. The same way you said it in your YouTube videos. Do it. Child, that shit don't work over here. Oh, we call bluffs over here. Baron Coleman, we call a bluff over here in the Lady Luck Club. I dare you to say those same things you said in front of a federal court judge. Where the candy ass is at? Y'all go tell Baron Coleman to represent Candace and go to court. Candy ass is... She's a smart lady. Okay, Sandy, tell Baron Coleman. Yeah, Ron Machiavelli. Y'all go tell Baron Coleman, why don't you represent Candace Owens for free as her defense attorney in the Brian Harper federal lawsuit? And then say the same things you said in your YouTube video when you gave your breakdown of that lawsuit. Say it to the judge when you go to court. Go tell Baron Coleman to represent Candace Owens. I want that to happen. We call bluffs over here, Baron Coleman. Take your dumb ass to court and say the same thing you said in that video. Come on. What the candy ass is that? Go tell Baron Coleman to represent your cult leader. Celebrity, you gonna tell Baron Coleman to represent Candace Owens? Can you go tell him I said go represent Candace Owens for free? Encourage Baron Coleman to go represent Candace Owens. Go ahead. I want all the candy asses. Go flood Baron Coleman's videos in the comment section and say, why don't you represent Candace Owens? Go be her attorney, represent her in this federal lawsuit. Go to court with her. What you talking about, bro? Go to court. You supposed to be high Q and all. High IQ. They saying high Q, IQ. It's all through the chat. You supposed to be high IQ. Go represent Candace Owens. Why don't you be her attorney for free? You know, she's worried about paying attorney's fees. We won't have to fundraise and do all this old crazy shit buying her, merch and all of that if you represent her for free. Baron Coleman, you gonna represent Candace Owens for free or what? You gonna go to court with her? I want that to happen. Let that happen. Baron Coleman's got high IQ. Okay, go represent Candace Owens. Oh, what the candy asses at? Oh, they have nothing to say. Oh, bless their heart. Tell Baron Coleman to go represent Candace Owens. Go to court. Baron will defend her and prove the truth. Oh, tell him to go tell him to sign an order of entry and file it to the court. He knows what an order of entry is. Tell him we'll wait. We want him to actually represent her in court. There are laws and court rules he has to follow, where he has to actually tell the court properly that he's representing her. He has to file an order of entry. So tell him to file his order of entry. We'll be looking for it. And then he should go and represent her and defend her in court for the Brian Harper lawsuit. And tell him to do it for free, since he loves her so much. She gets him so many views, kissing her ass, being a simp and all. That works out for him. He gets all these views. So he should return the favor and represent her for free. Baron Coleman, do it for free, buddy. You don't need her merch money. You don't need the candy asses to donate to her GoFundMe. Now, Baron Coleman can represent her for free in a federal lawsuit. Let that happen. Let that happen. We're not scared of that over here. Let that happen. Now we will. Now let celebrity. Tell Baron Coleman go represent Candace Owens in court and file his order of entry. He thinks all that BS he did, child. I was sitting here like, okay, I dare he say this in front of a judge. Make the same legal argument in front of a judge, Baron Coleman. Come on and make Lady Luck Club Day. Candace, I'm going to be on Paramount Tactics show next week on the 28th. Yeah, I'm going to dare him on the show to represent you for free. Yes, the hell I am. Come on, Candace. Reach out to Baron Coleman and tell him, why don't you represent me for free? How dare you not offer? How dare Baron Coleman not offer his free legal services? File your order entry, Baron Coleman. We'll be waiting for it. I want that to happen. Come on, Baron. You can do it. Let that happen. Now let Baron represent her. Go to court. They actually think she's telling the truth. Who knows? Celebrity might be Candace herself. Celebrity, you know I have no reason to believe that you're not. Okay? Celebrity scares could be Candace Owens. Candace, I told you come to my chat. You come in as yourself. I'm not Candace. Are you George Farmer? It's one or the other. It's either Candace or George. Tell Baron Coleman to represent you in court, Candace. Okay? And he should do it for free. And we'll be waiting for him to file his order of entry. All right? That's all. He knows what that is. Just tell him to file it.
A logic book, and this would be a mess, okay? So if it is proof that she was not at Fort Huachuca on the 9th, and if the proof that you presented was that she was with her kids, then indeed, Gary Melton, the content of the picture is relevant, especially if it's not her kids. That's how alibis work. He goes,
no, it's not. You are assuming those are not her kids. That's still irrelevant to where she was at the time that Charlie Kirk was assassinated. But you know that, Candace, because you're stalking her. And you have direct contacts and sources that live in her building that are telling you every move she makes. They have cameras installed, recording everything she does. So you already know where she was and what she was doing. Why do you need her to corroborate what you've already been told from your sources and direct contacts? You don't trust your sources and direct contacts anymore? Or are you just trying to alert her that you know exactly where she was? Which one are we going for here, Candace? You're just confirming over and over that you're stalking her. That is a felony. Keep breaking the law, heifer.
Why do you care whose kid it is? It's none of your business. Gary, you introduced this to the public as an alibi for Erica, and
he did not. She could easily just show surveillance camera footage. She could also show camera footage of her being in the hospital with her mother. She has camera footage showing where she was September 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. I mean, we can keep going. You saying that her kids aren't hers is irrelevant. And that is your presumption and accusation, which can be proven false with a DNA test. You know, because that science thing is something Candace has not mastered. Scientific DNA can prove whether or not these are her kids. I think her being pregnant and giving birth is something you can't take from her. Candace, no matter how hard I would love to sit here and discredit you for giving birth, I try my best not to do that. I mean, we know you're an alien. You had a 7-month-long yeast infection. You're on Monostat 7000. But does it mean that 4 kids didn't glide out of you? I don't know if I'm willing to just take that from you. Whatever. We've seen a photo of you being pregnant, hugged up all over Samantha, grabbing her ass. Okay? We've seen that. Oh my God. Candace, you pressing that baby against this other woman. You know that baby had to be kicking in the belly. Just, what are you doing, mommy? Oh, Candace, we could say you were wearing a bodysuit. Who knows? I mean, we're not trying to go there. You had 4 kids. Okay, you had 4 kids. They slid out of you however they did. All right, maybe you spit them out literally because you're an alien. But whatever. Why are you sitting here doing this yet again to another grown woman? Why are you saying that these aren't her kids? What the hell? Do we need to have your kids' DNA tested? George. George, are the kids yours or Andrew Tate's? Which one? Candace, can we just start saying that your 4 kids belong to Andrew Tate and not George Farmer? I don't think his parents would, be happy with your ass. But can we just say that? I mean, we can. This girl tries to say that this woman didn't give birth. Like, no one's trying to go there with Candace. I mean, we can, but we're not trying to. There's 4 of them. Candace, why are you trying to take her motherhood away? No, she didn't give birth. What do you mean? Candace, the most people will say is, well, he wasn't the father, but, she was pregnant and gave birth. Like, you're trying to take away her going through a whole pregnancy and giving birth. I thought you had Egyptian planes following her when she was pregnant and wanting, burgers and milkshakes. Like any other pregnant woman. Y'all, I had the weirdest cravings. Y'all ready? Let me tell y'all what I crave. Caesar salad from Panera Bread. Chicken Caesar salad. Peanut butter jelly sandwich. Ramen noodles with hot sauce and a popsicle. Ugh.
Proof that she wasn't at Fort Huachuca and was in fact with her kids. Now you're saying it doesn't even matter if it's her kids, and it's the content of the picture is not relevant, and somehow it's still proof. How could it be proof? Erica's not even in the picture. It was stupid off the bat because Erica's not in the picture. So all it would be proof of is her kids.
Can't make this up.
Now you're saying it's not her kids, Gary. Now you're telling us it's not her kids.
You're stalking her. It doesn't matter whether it's her kids or not. You knew where she was. That's the whole point. Candace, you knew her location because you're stalking her. Move the kids out the equation. You're stalking her, so you know where she is at all times. You knew where this girl was sitting at that White House Correspondents' Dinner. So kick rocks. You're making an issue out of something that's irrelevant. Wow, it's our kids. We're talking about the kids, and the blah, 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 and the kids. Girl, you don't shut the hell up. Move on, girl.
The content of the picture is not relevant, and somehow we should still accept it as proof that she wasn't at Fort Huachuca. I'm very terrified. I'm terrified to understand that Paramount, not so tactical, served as a Green Beret. I'm terrified that China represents a threat, not because of their data centers that are expanding, but because they might have smarter people than Gary Melton. Like this is a military operative. Turning Point is turning to him for public relations, and he doesn't even understand.
They're not turning to him for public relations. Candace, you're the only one that's worried about PR. Y'all see that? Public relations is all she's worried about. For her, this is just a show. She doesn't care if she's breaking the law, committing cyber crimes. She doesn't care if she's confessing to stalking, a felony in the state of Arizona, class 3 or 5. She didn't care about any of that. That she has a history of actual violence, being charged with harassment and arrested at 17, throwing beverage cans at junior staffers because reasons. And you better be glad they didn't call the police on your dumb ass, because I would have. No, you be in jail, heifer, for that battery and assault. But you see this pattern here. Candace, you'll find out what credibility really means when you go to court. Go to court, Candace. Get Baron Coleman to be your attorney for free. Take your ass to court. All this fluff you doing all over YouTube, for what? Go to court. That's where it really matters the most, okay? We'll see you in court, you dumb alien.
The functionality of an alibi. He doesn't understand why people are obviously
You
concerned
can't
about the
spell
fact
alibi.
that his alibi has now been completely debunked. Now he just says it doesn't matter whose kid it is. Still counts.
The kids
Erica,
doesn't
he's
matter.
good. And then he rants about why he's never going to present an alibi ever again, right? Because this is why anyone who presents alibis or information is an idiot. It's also why no one should ever trust Candace Owens. It's never enough, never accepted, or she twists what's provided into another conspiracy. No.
Yes, because it's all a public relations for her. Candace, this is all a PR stunt for you. You reading this is proof of that. If you're going to call Gary an obscure YouTuber, you're an obscure YouTuber that should lose all your sponsors because you're actually committing cybercrimes. You're doxing, harassing, targeting, and now stalking. And you have other people involved in that stalking. You have sources and direct contacts living in Erica Kirk's building, aiding in the stalking. You know, that felony. You can't make this up. And she worried about whether or not this is her kids. Candace, you got bigger problems on your hands.
I was not handed this alibi, actually. You submitted it, and then it got debunked by you. It's all very confusing. And now you're angry, but not at you. You're angry at me. This is, with him, it really is an IQ thing. He is just very fun to watch.
Candace, what does the acronym IQ stand for? I want Candace to tell me that. Candace, I know you're in the chat. Tell me what IQ means. She who cannot pronounce the word beret.
You know, there's just no brain there. They just have to use more intellectual people. Maybe AI.
More intellectual people. You speak like a third grader. Oh my God, Candace. Yeah, let me not insult a third grader. Candace, it's like you figured out how words operate here on Earth. No one wants an alien. You can't make this up.
Create an AI Paramount. Not so
Move
tactical.
on, girl.
I think the AI could do better than that. In Kevin Leary's defense, that might be why they're doing it. They're realizing that's problematic. Anyway, even Tracy.
Are you gonna upgrade your bots? That's a no. You're not gonna upgrade your bots. You know they cannot spell your first name. Candace, your bots can't spell your first name. I know you're watching and listening. Upgrade your dumb bots. They're stupid. Can't make this.
Martin, Erica's dear, long 15-year friend, jumped into the foray at some point and clarified that the son is not Erica's, so it's all very confusing. Says it's called a play date with friends. She's not saying that that's Gigi, but she is also confirming that it's not the son. So the internet was right. It was first a conspiracy, and now it's true. Just takes a couple of months for that to happen usually. I do want to briefly discuss, before we get off air today,
none of that
Trump's golden Trump statue, right? The backlash to, I just can't believe it's real. I just can't believe it's real. It is real.
Candace, you don't say anything about an assassination attempt on this man's life, and you want to talk about a golden statue. Are you jealous because you can't have one? Candy asses, y'all got to get to work. Get all the gold you can find. Candace Owens wants a golden statue of herself. Make sure you put it on a boar's head. No, Candace's face on a boar's body. Oh my God. Can we get an image? Can we get a picture of golden Candace on a boar's body as a golden statue? Oh, the candy asses. I'm giving you all an idea. I'm giving the candy asses an idea of what the deal. They already worship the ground she walks on. They consider her pee-pee to be, an elixir of some sort. Oh, Candace, just pee upon us. It's going to reverse our aging process. Oh, man, we got to get a photo of Candace as a golden boar. Oh, man. Oh, no reply. Where's no reply? Where you at, buddy? Oh, here it comes. Oh, man. Candace. Oh, Candace, you done messed up. Oh, Candace. You done messed up, you heifer. Oh, Candace, so many images. Girl. Oh man, we about to go in on you, Candace. Francisca sent me a ton of images. I want Candace on a boar in gold. Oh, that's gonna be epic. Candace. Oh, she gonna be so bad. Candace, I don't give a damn. Oh, good Lord. Can we get a photo of that? Y'all let me know when we can get a photo of that. I am so here for it. Candace, oh, you want to talk about a golden image, heifer? Ooh, no, you didn't. Candace is just jealous. She wants a golden calf.
Are we sure it's real? That's not AI? Okay. That is Trump's statue. The ceremony, obviously, evangelical pastor comes out. This has been unveiled.
Can we get her as a
golden
boar?
statue of President Donald Trump at one of...
Yeah, can we get her as a boar? Like Candace's head on a golden boar body. Want her as a boar. If you find one of her riding one, you know, and make her look like a cave woman, that'll be fine. See, Candace, don't let my imagination go wild.
Florida's golf courses. And the pastor, John Mark Burns, an evangelical minister, is defending it because people are feeling a type of way about it. Like, I feel like if you watch this show and you're not spiritual and you maybe don't go to church and you've never cracked open a Bible, I feel like even you, when you look at this statue,
you don't read a
think,
Bible.
Should I build an ark? Should I go collect animals to bring into this ark?
Seriously, Candace.
You just start asking yourself spiritual questions like, maybe I should listen to the guy in the subway who's ranting about the end of times. Maybe I shouldn't have slammed the door on all of those Jehovah's Witnesses. You look at this statue and the gathering of people around it, and it just feels like we've gone too far.
Quote
Something's not right. Trump, who thinks he is a god, I am MAGA, now has a golden statue, of course, backed not by Christians financially, but by, I believe, the Hasidic Jewish community, major donors to the statue. And we're supposed to just think things are okay. Here's Haaretz, a beautiful piece of art, the Hasidic Jews behind Florida's giant golden Trump statue. I just think that maybe you should go to church. A Catholic church, of course, if I'm allowed to be biased. Anyway, you guys, we will be right back after a brief break. All right, you guys.
Candy's just so boring. I'm trying to find this. This video. This right here. Daily Mail. Should I just put in Daily Mail? I want to find that video. Daily Mail. Oh, God. Where is it? They put out a video of Charlie Kirk saying what he wanted with it. TPUSA. Where is it? Oh, God. They put out something new every 28 minutes. Come on, man. It's going to take forever to get to. What day did they post that video up? Candace, I don't care how long it takes me. I'm going to find that video and we're going to play it. Does anyone remember what day that was? Or can someone tag me in it? Because I want to play that. She want to make it seem like, oh, it's not real. Oh, it's very real. That's why I don't understand. Either Charlie Kirk was smart and intelligent and he kept good people around him, or he didn't. But it can't be both. She wants to make it seem like, oh, he was smart and intelligent and he knew what he was doing and he had a good judge of character and he was a genius and all this stuff. But then somehow he wasn't smart enough to be in his right frame of mind when he said he wanted his wife to take over TPUSA. You know, a nonprofit organization. Somehow he couldn't do that. No, Candace. Seriously. Like, this is crazy. Ah, God. Can I do Daily Mail, Charlie Kirk? Ah, here we go. Oh. This is the thing, the post. Where is the video? Secret video of Charlie Kirk naming his true turning point successor. Where is the video? Are we gonna see the video? Y'all, this is ridiculous. They want me to subscribe. I'm not subscribing. I just want to see the video. Okay, this says Bobby shares secret video of Charlie Kirk naming his true point successor days before assassination. About 200 TPUSA donors shifted nervously in their seats at an exclusive retreat in Aspen in August 2025 as one patron stood to pose an unusual question to the group's founder. Kind of a hard question to ask, but I think it's probably important to everybody in this room. And I'm wondering about TP succession plan. God forbid something happened to you, the concerned benefactor asked. What a great question. Kirk responded, deadpan, prompting tense laughter in the crowd. Kirk was hosting a Q&A session at the triumphant gathering. They were in part celebrating TP's role in helping to elect President Donald Trump, making plans to found new group chapters in American high schools. Several people in the room thought the question seemed like a distraction, but Kirk took time to answer it. See, he had already started trying to create new chapters in high schools. So now that the candy ass to see this happening with Erica Kirk, all of a sudden Charlie Kirk was trying to do that. Right here. He was trying to find new chapters in high schools. But somehow these people who claim to care about Charlie Kirk and TPUSA are pissed off about it because Erica Kirk is just repeating what Charlie Kirk started before he died. Why are they upset with that again? Why are the candy asses upset that they're trying to create new chapters in high schools when Charlie Kirk was trying to do that? Why are the candy asses pissed off now because Erica Kirk put that out there of what Charlie Kirk had already said he wanted at this retreat? That was one of the reasons why they were there. Most of the people that are rooting Candace on with her hating Charlie Kirk and TPUSA and wanting Erica Kirk dead hated TPUSA and Charlie Kirk to begin with. They never supported him. They don't care about his life or legacy. If she is just saying this is what he wanted, and he said this at an actual retreat in person, that was one of the reasons for the retreat. Why are they now pissed off that she's saying this is what he wanted? This was his vision. This is what he started. He wanted chapters to be found in high schools. Why are the candy asses so mad? Because they never liked Charlie Kirk and TPUSA to begin with. They could care less that he's dead. And they get behind Candace because her hatred for Charlie and Erica Kirk attracts these people who never cared for him in the first place. Candace just being vindictive, and she wants Erica Kirk dead. White House correspondent's assassination was staged by Candace, according to what she said. She's saying it's staged. No one else used that term but her. But because she failed to read the definition of the word, she doesn't realize that she's telling on herself. You wanted it to look like it was a spontaneous event. No, something she planned out, though. Because she knew exactly where Erica Kirk would be the entire time. Every move Erica Kirk made, Candace Owens knew it. She's stalking her. She knew exactly where she would be sitting. Yep. And yet, he wanted chapters in high schools. And now the candy asses want to be mad about that. Why are you mad? This is what he wanted. I thought you all cared about what he wanted. Candy asses don't care about what Charlie Kirk wanted? Oh, no. Go figure. They don't care. Several people in the room thought the question seemed like a distraction, but Kirk took time to answer. Some of America's great founder-led organizations, he observed, had collapsed after their original leader left. His goal at TPUSA, he explained, was to make it vision-led. So you carrying out the vision. That's what his goal was. Keeping the vision alive, right? Vision-led. A lot of my job is not always in the day-to-day details. It's very much vision casting, very much driving success, he said. We have a great board, and God forbid, if something happens, they'll figure it out. I appoint my wife to run Turning Point USA if something happens to me. Erica would do a great job, he said reassuringly before moving to the next question. Because most loving husbands would do that. Most. Not all of them, but most of them. So all of a sudden now, he's not smart enough to marry someone that he feels would carry on the vision. The Bible says to write the vision and make it plain. If he put out a vision based on what God gave him to say, I want this to go into high schools, why are people upset if they supported him and they truly loved him about her saying, here's the vision, we're carrying it forward? You know, it's as if reading is not fundamental to these morons. Vision led. They have no idea what vision is or what that means. They really think a vision is a dead person coming to you, telling you everything but who pulled the trigger on the gun. That's what the candy asses think a vision is. They have no idea the bigger concept or the definition of vision itself. They literally think a vision is when a dead person comes to you and tells you things. Ugh. Now they get mad at Erica Kirk from saying, yeah, no, this is what my husband's vision was for this to branch into high schools. How dare she brings this into high schools? They're desperate. No, it's what he said. It's what Charlie Kirk said. These are coming from people who never cared for Charlie Kirk. They never supported him. They never cared for TPUSA. You don't have to be fans, but leave them alone. If you don't donate to TPUSA and then you never supported it, then kick rocks. Why sit here and nitpick on everything that Erica Kirk is doing based on an organization vision-led, where you're passing down the vision of what you want to happen so that it can continue to grow and move forward in progress? If the goal was we're going to go from colleges down to high schools, and he started this, and he said it at a retreat, part of the reason why the retreat occurred, and people were there in person to witness that and to hear him say that, why are they shocked now on X that Erica Kirk is saying, yeah, we're going to take this into high schools? When people were alive to hear Charlie Kirk say that at that retreat. All they have to do is go on the X and say, no, I went to the retreat where Charlie Kirk said the same thing. What the hell are you talking about? This isn't new. See, Candace Owens wasn't there because she wasn't even friends with Charlie Kirk. She was too busy being mad because he fired her ass. Of course, she should lose her sponsors. You kidding? Oh, Candace. Oh, Candace. Candace. You got a photo, you dumb heifer. Oh, Candace, you got to be more careful about what you choose to be jealous and mad over. Oh, we got it. Candace, you truly mad about a golden image? Really? Because I'm just curious as to why you mad about that, girl. Oh, Mira. We got some photos, y'all. Candace. Oh, you dumb heifer. She done did it now, y'all. Candace, you done messed up. See, Candace, this is what happens when people get creative. And then you piss them off. Candace, you gonna wish you hadn't. These are gonna be thumbnails. These are gonna be thumbnails. Francisco got a ton of photos. Oh, we're gonna have so many good thumbnails coming out. I'm excited. So many great thumbnails. Y'all ready? Candace, you shouldn't have done this. You shouldn't have done this, you heifer. All right, let's show y'all. Let's see. So many. Oh, these are good. Oh, these are good. Candace. Be careful what you wish for. Your jealousy and envy might not work out well for you, girl. Candace. Oh, the Bible says, write the vision and make it plain. See, Candace, I just say, oh, I would love to see a picture of this. And all of the fantastic lucksters make it happen, man. Oh, that AI. There's no limitation to the power of imagination, y'all. Candace. Oh, we have more. Hold on. Oh, Candace, you're going to love these. Oh, look at that with the pharaoh head and everything, girl. You look just like a snake. Oh, shoot. Oh, I got to hurry up. My headphones just died on me, y'all. I got to hurry up. We got to hurry up. Oh, Candace. This is what happens. Girl. Oh, we got photos for days. Post. Yep. Snips. Candace. There we go. Candace had on that board body. Candace. Girl, you blending in right with that pig just as well. You got all the candy asses out here worshiping you. Look at this. Oh, Candace, you just a walking idolization to these people. Look at the candy asses out here bowing down and worshiping you. Like Baal. You know, a demon. Candace. You're what the Bible warned everybody against. Idol worship and all. You know, Jesus is not happy with you. You're allowing people to turn you into an idol. Girl. Candace, hell is hot. Oh my goodness gracious, y'all. We got a photo from Mira. We got some from S-Files. Francisca sent some we're going to put out. Oh my God. Oh man, let me get one of yours in, Francisca. Whoo, child. Candace, you don't have a shot in hell, girl. Yeah. Candace. Oh, this is gonna be Candace running from the CIA to FBI when he find out what she really out here doing. Hold on. Y'all. Candace gonna be running her ass off. Now I'm not going to jail. Y'all, oh, it's a Caesar's pizza coming for you. How dare you? Candace. It's the Caesar's pizza coming in. Caesar. Hot and fresh and hot and ready. We chasing your ass down the street. How dare you stalk someone and bring your ass here? Y'all, he ready to take a bite out of that ass. Candace, this is all your fault. Candace, hell is hot. This is your future, girl. Imagine you being in jail. And Bubba and them all in there waiting on your ass. I heard you like stalking people. Yeah, okay. Keep at it, girl. It's gonna catch up to you, Candace. Y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Oh, Lord. I didn't see the video of this. Maybe they didn't make a video. I don't know. It's supposed to be a secret. Okay. We at least read the article. I wanted to see a video, though, but we got the article in, y'all. We'll be back at it tomorrow. We got another watch party from Fax Me, and it's going to be awesome. He did another episode of The Bride of Candace. So he's talking about George. I'm here for it. I appreciate all of you all so much. Thank y'all so much for your support. Thank you, Jacqueline, for the $1.99 super. Trump said reopen the asylums. I have to agree. Me too. Candace, this is you running straight to that asylum. Candace, you can go willingly or we will have your ass 5150. I'm telling you all right now. These judges start seeing Candace's conduct in all these videos in court. They're going to have her ordered to do a psych eval. They're going to order her ass for a psych eval. I'm telling you, these judges are going to be like, this girl is crazy. Like, she fit to stand trial, but she crazy still. We need to know what we're dealing with. Candace, they might have you ordered to a psych eval. And there's nothing Barack Coleman will be able to say about it if the judge decides you need to have one. You need anger management as well, Candace. They're going to order you to anger management and probably a psych eval. It should definitely be ordered for anger management. You out here stalking people. That's a felony. You really think that's going to go over the judge's head when they see videos of you talking about having sources and direct contacts living in this girl's building that are telling you everything she does where you're obsessing over her? They're going to order you to anger management. And I'm here for it. Candace, that's the least of your concerns. The least. So is Caesar Pizza coming in to bite your ass. Oh my God. Thank you, Jacqueline, for the $1.99 super. I appreciate it. Oh man. Here's another $1.99 super from Jacqueline. Going at the military 24/7 while we are in Iran. Exactly. Candace has been blaming the United States Armed Forces for her dumb made up shenanigans forever. I wish they would just sue her and keep going. The entire United States Army should be suing Candace Owens for defamation. Erica Kirk should have already had a protection order granted against her and should definitely be dropping a federal lawsuit on her head. I'm telling you, Candace, you are going to get sued into oblivion. You said sue me, I want subpoena power. Okay, cool. We'll let you find out what that subpoena power looks like the hard way. No, we're not going to tell you that. You find out the hard way, you dumb heifer. Can't make this up. Shout out to Mindy for the $5 super. There is no video. Thank you for letting me know that. The journalist of the DM article confirmed he saw the video and spoke to donors who confirmed he said it. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for that confirmation, Mindy. I appreciate that. So we read the article. There's no video. But Candace, it's going to be hard for all of these benefactors, all the people that were there at that conference to agree with you when they know what they saw and heard. Don't make all of them have to go and testify against you, Candace, because they could just testify against you. You do know that. All of those people that were there will probably be willing to go to court to testify against your dumb ass because you've been getting on everybody's nerves for 8 months. They will come to court and testify against you. You will be outnumbered, and the jury would have overwhelming evidence, even though the burden here is a preponderance. No, it wouldn't even be close. It's a drop in the bucket. They really only need about a good 2 or 3 people to come in and confirm and testify. So, Candace, you can just get your ass whooped in court. Or, me saying that you're going to settle is probably going to be what comes to fruition. Candace doesn't want that, but she knows the judge probably going to order her to a lot of things because they know she's crazy. Something wrong with her. She obsessed. Can't make this up. Thank you for the $5 super. Shout out to Edie Marie for the $10 super sticker. Girl, thank you. Oh, that's so lovely of you. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys go and support. Check out Edie Marie. Check out Milk Bar TV. Go and support the eclectic journalist who's going to be with us on Tuesday. Edie Marie, I cannot wait to work with you on these segments with Candyland Biker Babe 7000. I cannot wait. I'm so excited about that. I think I'm more excited than you are. I cannot wait. That's going to be a ton of fun. Shout out to all of you. I'll thank y'all so much. Hit that like button on the way out. You guys, I appreciate all the support. And tune in tomorrow for Scientology Sunday and for our watch party of Fax Me's new video of the Bride of Candace. George, we're coming for you, you clown. Get your ass out that closet. Y'all be good. And until the next one, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.